Okay. Overhead lights flicker through your closed eyelids with every few seconds that passes by. Raakuna slowly awakens long enough to notice moist, concrete walls pass by on both sides and overhead. You look over and see a large humanoid figure carrying a small dwarf over their shoulder. Another is carrying a female figure by the waist. And to your right is a small, snoring gnome being dragged along the floor by his feet. Your eyes begin to grow heavy once again as you look down at your tightly bound hands and feet, and then your eyes close as you lose consciousness once again. Time passes. How long is unknown to you. But suddenly, Raakuna again opens his eyes, revealing a small concrete room, and immediately rolls over and sees Fayanna and Gurdis lying on tattered floor mats. You sigh with relief as you can see both of their chests rise and fall slowly with each breath. Loxim is propped up against the northern dilapidated wall, also breathing. You then grab both of your female companions on the shoulders and shake them awake. Loxim awakens and immediately jumps up alert and looks around wildly.
Hi, oh man.
Wake up, bitch! Wake up!
Where are we?
I have no idea.
Now just wake the hell on.
I thought I was just having weird dreams.
Are we imprisoned?
I guess,
You
probably.
all remember? Rat people.
I'm not even sure what happened, actually.
Are we in a cell, or is it just like a closed room? Where
Give
are
me 1 second.
we? Sure.
Tell me what you guys can see.
Nothing.
You can see absolutely nothing.
I can see myself.
Oh, wait, there,
To the bottom right.
I just had to move.
Oh,
But you can see the room.
okay, now I see
Yeah.
now.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me see. I
Alright,
can
now okay.
shift L to see your guys' perspective, or control L. Okay.
It's because I was facing the top left of the screen.
Okay. Loxim, is your vision okay?
Yes.
Okay. So let me get readjusted here. Are you gonna zoom out screen? Thank you. I know you guys are eager, but stay in that room. Where's...
Well, I figured I was standing like right by Gurdis, so.
Yeah.
Except that.
Alright. The room appears to be made completely of concrete, slightly damaged from exposure to moisture over time. Fungi grows from cracks in the floors and walls in small groups. Placed on the floor are a few tattered floor mats, and in two corners are small buckets partially filled with a mixture of human waste.
Delicious.
A slight putrid smell of piss and feces fills your nostrils. An even fainter smell of charred embers breaks through the foul smell. At the back of the room sits a small wooden desk with blank pieces of paper on it. To the western side of the room is a wooden door with a rectangle-shaped opening filled with metal bars at the upper center of the door. As you peer through, you see two humanoid figures standing at the left and right sides of the door. One is noted as female, the other as male. Both figures are wearing various red-colored rags and leather armor, both also adorned with short swords attached to the hip.
I'm gonna shuffle through the papers. Are they all blank on the table?
As you look through the various scratch apartments, you notice that they are pretty well aged, kind of yellowish, and nothing is written on them.
Is everyone alright?
Oh yeah, it just smells bad in here.
I feel fine.
I'm still tired.
Looks like we were held captive by these people that are living in the sewers. We were ambushed, to be sure. There's two of them guarding us in red robes, red cloth.
We could take him out.
Is it like the door? Is it like a cell door? Is it a solid wooden door? Like, what's that look like?
It's a solid wooden door. There is a locking mechanism that you've noted, so presumably the door's locked. And there is an opening in the middle of the door that you can peer out of, which the vision that you guys have should allow you to see partially into the hallway. So what vision you can see, that is the opening in the door that allows you to see through.
And Stacy's nowhere to be found.
Stacy is nowhere to be found.
Oof.
Stacy's getting cooked right now.
I need.
Oh, no. I forgot about Stacy. Oh my god.
Stacy needs her mother, so we need to find her.
Okay, let's go. Do you have any way out here? Or?
The male guard standing outside the door looks over his shoulder back at you guys, and then kind of looks back forward, keeping to his post.
I imagine we have none of our weapons.
Right now, as you check your pockets, you've noticed that you still have like your essential underclothing on, but your armor, weapons, any items that you can physically carry is gone.
No, my nickel harper.
This motherfucker took my gold.
I'm gonna turn my back away from the door and summon the Hexblade.
Okay.
Does it
Fayanna.
work?
Yes. Fayanna
And
casts Hexblade.
I'm not too
And
worried
I
about that trumpet.
I put it away, just to make sure. I just wanted to make sure that that still worked.
As
The
you
trumpet will make its way back to me, but I need that nickel harper stat.
as you summon that blade, the female guard is already like looking back at you and sees
I was
it.
trying to hide it.
You didn't say you were trying to hide it.
I thought I did.
You
I'm
didn't.
sorry.
You did
Okay.
not.
Alright. Well, I did it.
She looks back with a piercing look, and she says, "I would just sit tight if I were you. I highly don't recommend that.
What makes you say that?
Just call it a hunch." And she turns back and looks down the hall.
I'm gonna try peering through that and see if I can see anybody else.
Okay. Just walk up to the little opening. If you hold, I think it's Alt,
Alt.
you can free. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
And that's
And
what
Alt
vision
is-
you have is what you can see.
Okay, so there's two braziers. It looks like there's a room on the right and a room on the left. Hard to tell what they are. It just looks like maybe two other cells. Huh. Let's see. What can I do? What can I do?
A few minutes pass as you're surveying the outside hall and as you're waiting in your cell.
Nothing else happens?
Nothing happens.
Okay. I am gonna take a look at my spell list if anyone else wants to do anything. I'm gonna ask the guard. What is your reason for capturing us?
Sorry. The
I
guard says
trust
that.
either one of them.
The female guard, which as you get a closer look, you can kind of see behind that armor, it's a regular female human, presumably kind of in her younger years, maybe in her 30s. She looks back at you and notes, "Let me ask you a better question. What were you guys doing in the sewers? And this
We're
might go
investigating-
smoothly for you."
We were investigating the sludge that was inside the lake. Oh, what's the name of the lake? Sorry. Getting it
The
already.
Black Lake.
Black Lake. Oh, the Black Lake. Okay, that's easy. We were investigating the sludge in the Black Lake. We were discovering of where its origin might have lay, and we thought we'd start here in the sewers.
I'm gonna have you roll a deception check.
Yes. Oh, just a one. Okay. I forgot I'm not playing my other character.
Wait, where is it? Okay.
6.
Oof.
Right. Shit, it takes an hour to cast Find Familiar.
That seems a little odd considering the lake inhabits outside the sewers, and as far as I've been able to see, there is no black sludge down here. So again, I ask, what is your true intention down here?
I cast Friends. Or Charm Person, I'm sorry.
You're as a charm person.
Yes, I'm gonna use Charm Person on her.
Okay. You have to. What is the
save?
Wisdom save?
It has to beat 13.
Okay.
And I've kind of have her attention just a little bit when I'm trusting her, so she probably doesn't notice the spell being cast. Hopefully.
Well, considering the fact that you do have her attention and she's looking towards you, is charm a VS or what is it?
It is verbal and somatic.
So she would actually, that hinders that ability because she's going to be able to see Fayanna signing and mouthing the spell.
Okay.
I won't. That's just a no. I'm not going to have you do disadvantage for it though.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're the one that does the save. Well, that character does.
Yeah. So I guess I wouldn't give her advantage for that.
Just that it's noticed. So if it fails...
I gotta look up. Oh my god. They have a minus... never mind. It's not good.
Okay.
See the
For
roll.
us or you?
Oh, I'm getting ready to roll, but the stat that adds to it. So...
I see.
I rolled a 14, and the stat for wisdom, they get -1, so 13.
Oh. 13, it beats it.
Okay.
That's the DC.
So she just kind of... something makes her twinge, like you notice that she kind of just moves her head a little bit, like almost like something's like crawling on her, but then she presumes to, still address Gurdis.
Are you feeling alright? You seemed a little under the weather there for a second.
Kind of dodging the question.
Oh, well. Truthfully, we came to the sewers to investigate the location of the Nashers. I heard that there was civil unrest. We've come to put an end to it.
You see her eyes widen a little bit, and she just cracks a half smile, and then she completely turns away from you and just doesn't even talk to you anymore.
The truth will set you free. Yeah.
Well, that didn't work.
Loxim. Got any ideas? He's dead. Can you sneak through these bars? I whisper.
No, but I do have a plan.
Well, I guess there isn't. No, there's no bars. It's just it's a fucking door, and then there's like a little opening with a cage, like cages in there. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did you say you have a plan?
Yes.
This is new. What are you gonna do?
Gurdis.
Oh no, I don't like this plan already.
We need to fight.
Uh-oh.
That will draw the guards in,
I don't
allowing
think that's that
one
bad
of us
a
to
plan,
sneak
actually.
out.
I mean, I do get to hit you a little bit. I mean, that sounds like a
If
good
you
plan.
can.
Oh my god.
Oh god, they're really gonna start fighting.
Alright. What did you say about my mother, you fucking midgets? Wait
I
a
said
second.
she's a fat whore.
I punched Loxim in the face in full view of the guard.
Roll damage. Roll to hit.
Oh, do I hit? Okay, so do I just hit him for fun?
Yeah.
Apparently.
If you're gonna hit him, it's damage. It's unarmed. Let me see. I actually pulled up... I don't remember. Where did I save it? I have unarmed damage on here.
I think it's just a D4 plus your strength modifier, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Don't know if I get to add proficiency to unarmed strikes as a barbarian or not. I don't know if I'm proficient in it.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Jesus,
Natural
Kyle's
20.
dead.
Alright.
Do D4 plus 2?
Yeah. It's a crit, yeah.
7 points.
So
Don't you ever say that about my mother, you fucking whore.
Gurdis
Alright,
reams back and just decks Loxim, knocks him like across the room, almost like sliding him up against the wall. He just puts his hand up and kind of touches his cheek as you see like an almost black indented portion of his cheek that's like slightly not too bruised, but you see a little bluish mark start
We're gonna
rising
need a
from it.
nurse. We're gonna need a nurse ASAP. This fella's, he's knocked cold.
As you look outside the door, you see the guards. They're both laughing and looking inside the inside the cell.
I'm gonna get on top of Loxim and feign like I'm punching him into like a bloody pulp while we're out of view of the gate. I'm gonna pretend like I'll kill you! I'm gonna kill you!
As
But I'm
you're
actually just hitting the ground.
okay, do a performance check.
Okay.
He has 1 HP.
Yeah.
Oh my god! If you would have knocked
You have
him
to wait
out.
1 second.
Oh, his pizza's here.
No, an orangutan just busted into his room.
Beat's done.
Pizza.
I didn't expect him to roll a natural 20.
You know.
Crit
At
on
all.
an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I'll roll.
Okay.
Come on.
13.
Okay.
It's like we're having Deep Gnome for dinner tonight.
So it's not your best performance, like they can kind of tell you're at least holding back significantly on your punches, but it does visibly look like you're punching him. And as the two guards are laughing, the guy just holds up his hand and kind of just almost like signaling the other guard to move a certain way. As Fayanna's standing next to the opening and can see out, you see the female ruffian guard kind of move away. Can you see me actively like moving, or do you only see it when I actually place it?
We just see a little slit, a little slant leading out of the door, and we can
The
see
stack
it
can't see
into
shit.
darkness.
Well,
Depends where your
where
character's
I
at.
can, I can see that token moving.
Okay, can you see me moving it right now, though? Like, can you see her
Nah,
moving in a
it's
circle?
No.
No,
Oh, weird. Okay.
I can see it when you place it. But
Okay. Then it's set up like that, that's fine. You see the guard leave, and that male guard just is standing outside the door. He's not at his, he's kind of at his post, but he's facing towards the door now, and he's looking inside. And he's like, if you two don't mind, just stop. Yeah, we're not coming in. I'm not even sure what you're doing. Just hold tight for a minute.
All right, I'm gonna. I want to do a performance. I want to do a performance for this guard. I'm gonna walk up, and I'm gonna start laying down and convulsing.
I don't think they care if we live or die, honestly.
Right there.
Okay. Roll performance check.
19.
Okay, you walk right up to the door, and then all of a sudden, Loxim you see him drop on the ground, and it looks like neurons are firing into random places of his brain, causing him to twitch and convulse on the floor. He even starts foaming at the mouth, just to enhance the performance a little bit, and then he just stops moving, and he's laying flat. He controls his breathing enough to where he's barely even, it barely shows that he's breathing. His chest movement is slim to none. The guard peeks through and is like, your friend, is he dead?
He's
He's gonna be if he doesn't get some help.
That's
I'm gonna
very
cast
unfortunate because the other guard's the one with the keys. So
Damn it.
Damn it, well, never mind. I'm not gonna bother then.
Can I talk to your manager, please?
Alright, Karen.
I don't work at Hardee's, sorry. No. After a few minutes of Loxim laying presumably dead, the female ruffian comes back. And you just see her nod at the male guard, who looks and just nods and moves out of the way. She walks up, unlocks the door, and as she's opening it, she has her hand on her blade and notes, "Now I know what you're all thinking, and again I'm gonna tell you, it's probably not a good idea to start fighting. If you come with me, I will show you our leader. You can speak to him and say what you need to say."
Very well.
Are you talking about Arlen?
Just follow me.
I'll follow you. But you gotta tell me where my Stacy is. My owlbear cub. Where is she?
She just kind of looks down and doesn't say anything and keeps walking.
I just kind of grip my teeth.
So, we can do this either way.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys don't want to control all of your tokens at the same time, that's okay. If you just want one token to represent all of you, that's okay too. It's whatever's more convenient for you guys, because I know some people don't like controlling their own tokens, some people do.
I'm gonna need somebody to carry me. I still want to play. I'm still trying to play it off.
Okay, well, you're just laying on the floor then.
Yep.
So what would you like to do?
Lay on the floor. I want to lay on the floor.
Okay, well, Loxim's laying on the floor.
Just kind of like, yeah, I'm like, come on, man, get up.
Loxim
Whoa.
doesn't say anything.
Loxim, get up. Jig is up, come on.
Still
Oh, my-
motionless.
Gurdis did hit him pretty hard. I pick him up.
Okay. Raakuna scoops up the little gnome and throws him over his shoulder like a little knapsack.
Let's go.
So, who's all controlling tokens?
I'll control mine.
I'm not.
I can't really see, so I mean, if you would just point me where I need to go.
Are you sure you can't
Whoa.
see?
I mean, I can't see shit, like barely.
That's the point.
That's the point. You're only supposed to see the room and the little window.
Why did it
Fuck
go
this.
black?
Okay, let's go.
But see, like, I'll move you. If you move out into the hallway, oh look, you can see a little bit more.
Okay, thank God.
Like,
can't
it's
see
room by
shit.
room. It's like literally you're in a place.
Okay, just take me where I need to go. Just take me where the platinum ends. I'm following. Obviously.
Okay.
I'll follow behind Gurdis.
Well, the female guard is wanting you to follow her.
That's fine, I don't care. Let's go.
Can I take a look at the rooms as we're passing them?
Yeah.
See if there's anything going on.
Can I get view of whatever the hell we're looking at?
Oh fuck, because you don't have your token.
Token.
Okay, never mind. Everyone's controlling their tokens.
Yeah, just control your tokens, you lazy
Hey!
fuck.
There you go. Control your token.
Okay.
Gonna need to if you want to see.
So as you're passing, let me pull up my fucking thing.
Damn it.
Hold alt.
Just make sure to actually, like, don't go through walls and shit.
Go through walls.
Spoilers.
Yeah, go through walls, okay.
I'm dead.
So
Go
as you
back to the
see,
cell.
you pass two rooms on each side. The northern room has, well, actually, yeah, the northern room has one ruffian sleeping on a bed. You can see miscellaneous other beds that are currently empty, blankets kind of thrown about. There are crates of unknown quantities inside. There are desks set up that has various items, like a little light, like a candle light, and a little bitty, like, various items sitting upon it. In the south room, there also is one person sleeping in the western bed, who is dressed a little differently than the people you've seen so far. It looks more like tattered clothing, and they don't seem to have, like, the musculature of someone that would be a fighter, and they're just sleeping.
Are these cells or are they just open rooms?
These are open rooms.
Okay.
These are open rooms with a little, like, a small stairwell that goes down into the room, just like a 3-step kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Does
What
the
a
does our
present.
escort ruffian seem a little impatient with us?
A little bit. She's standing farther away from you guys, wondering what you're doing.
Come on, let's go. I'm carrying this gnome here.
I move up.
Okay. As you pass by these rooms, you kind of glance over and you see the northern one has 2 ruffians sleeping in beds to the west and east. Pretty much the same setup, crates, desks, beds. And the southern room has one of the guards is standing in there. He's looking over a book, presumably he's reading something. And you also note that in the eastern bed, you see what appears to be a goblin sleeping in one of the beds.
See.
It's noted that the goblin, even though he's currently sleeping and he's in one of what these presume to be commoner areas, he has shackles on his arms and on his legs.
Shackles on him?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guard keeps moving into the next room.
Okay.
It's not walled. It's like a, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Let's roll. Ooh, fancy.
As you walk into this area, it's well lit with braziers on each side. You can see stairs that lead downward, and you can see on the outside that the walk path is supposed to be on the outside, and you see, like, it's not as big as what the picture portrays, but a small sewer gap that lines into the floor and stretches to the west. To your right is a man, a black man, who is presumably pretty tall, bearded. Standing there, he's just petting his wolf that's sitting next to him on the back of the neck, and behind him is a pretty large-sized chest, which is slightly cracked open, and you see something, like, kind of shining inside the chest.
Season's greetings.
The guard
What the hell
captain
was
just looks at you and just shakes his head.
Come to the sewers often.
For shits and giggles, I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy and make it sound like rumbling thunder outside.
Why?
And
Okay.
I'm gonna continue following the bitch over there.
You don't have to roll anything for that, do you?
no,
Okay.
it's just something that happens,
You hear this
and it goes on for a minute.
booming within the earth that it's not too terribly loud. It's just a constant, like, thumping almost in the distance, and everyone just kind of, yeah, it's an underground thunder noise, and it sounds almost muted, so it just sounds like either something's, like, moving in the earth, or, you know, something's going on.
And every once in a while, I'm just gonna do that. See if I can't just create some ominous tension.
The guards, you do know that they look around, but they seem to just be like, what the hell?
And every other
In the
minute or
sewer.
so, I'm also going to cast Thaumaturgy as well and create ominous whispers around the guard that's leading us.
Okay.
Just intelligible whispers, and I'm just going to walk closely well, not closely behind her, but I'm going to walk behind her.
Okay.
And just try to make her uneasy.
Alright. She hears whispers within the tombs of the sewer, which there's a decent amount of people, even though a lot of them sleeping, there are people here, so as of right now, she just assumes people are talking, and she can hear distant echoes within the sewer.
Is Loxim and Raakuna walking in the sewage?
I
Oh, the sewage
guess
stuff,
so.
sorry.
Yeah, it's the green stuff.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was sewage. For some reason, I thought that was grass. I forgot we were in a sewer.
Jory. You ever seen the meme about the Fuck, never mind. It's like it's a fish cartoon, and you see the 2 brain cells, like, dying. Never mind. Okay. As you continue on, we switch over.
To a new page.
Alright. I'll have to put your tokens on here. Beep.
Okay.
Boop.
Boop, boop.
Meep.
Okay,
Boop.
there's mine.
There I am.
And where is my girl? Whoa!
I can't see anything.
You should be able to.
See my token, but that's it.
Wow!
I
Let me
see nothing
see.
but darkness.
It's at the bottom right.
Okay, it's working on mine. Yeah, it's the
I
bottom
don't
right.
see anything on my
Oh yeah,
screen.
there's my token, but I don't see anything else.
Yeah,
Can you click it?
Yeah,
I can click and move my token. I don't see anything.
going all over the place, but I can't see dog shit.
Huh.
I can
Can't even
see.
see anyone else's token.
Me neither.
Okay, everyone just stand still.
Okay.
Who
Don't
all
say.
can who all can see?
Gurdis can see.
Okay. That's
I got dark vision.
I can see black.
so let me see what the let me see if I gotta edit something, because it should work just fine.
And you're all at the bottom right of the screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
Curtis, where'd you go?
My token's right on top of Fayanna's.
Okay. Well, shoot. See, that's the weird thing. It works just fine for me, because I can click on your token and then Alt-L, and I can see from your perspective, and on mine I can see.
Well, only the important people can see right now, it seems.
This sucks.
Huh. Alright, let me do something. This might take me a minute.
Okay.
23.
As we walk along, any brazier that's changed by, I'm going to brighten the flames as I walk past. By casting thaumaturgy.
Okay.
I just want to make it seem like, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
just having fun with thaumaturgy because I can use it now.
I can see.
Okay, I think I figured it out. I just gotta do
What?
it for I gotta do it for everybody.
Okay.
I can't see. This isn't fair, dude.
Shut up.
Dude.
Shut up.
Oh, I can see.
Okay. God damn it, Loxim, get the fuck off from Raakuna. It's like,
What?
it's like
You know,
hurdling
your
children.
muscle sore? Do you need a, a back rub or anything?
Sorry, I just had to open my eyes there. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Don't say that, motherfucker. I'm tired.
Okay, so everyone can see.
Yes.
All
I
right.
can.
Let me get a little zoomed in.
Fuck you, dude.
Shit right there. Okay, let's go.
Okay. As you walk forward, following the female guard, there are 2 paths. There's one going north and one going west. And she starts heading to the west.
Okay.
The west.
To the west.
God damn it! My notes are being a piece of shit. There we go.
My notes are being a piece of shit as I hear. Ah!
Okay. You see a small room, vacant wooden table and chair. There's not really much in here. And then as you move forward into the open room,
Nice time for the music to swell.
okay, are we? You see a rather large room filled with various bandits, some sitting at different tables with drinks in hand, while some are eating small meals of bread and mystery meats. Goblins are seen in chains carrying plates of alcohol and food around to each table. One goblin is kicked to the ground as the bandits laugh in an uproar. Various paintings adorn the walls of the small makeshift tavern, depicting different people and various creatures. A woman, with hair as wild as the Neverwinter wood, and as red as the leaves during the high harvestide, is seen lightly stroking the strings of a silky brown lute in the back of the room. You hear her voice sweetly lulling the seated patrons into a lurid demeanor with each word. Her eyes glance towards your group, and you believe you see a smile gleam across her face.
Oh my god, who is that? If only I had my instruments, I could... Oh, damn it! Let's go.
The female guard turns and chuckles at Raakuna, just looking at the lady in awe, and she goes, "That's Valio the Count, but I don't think you need to be talking to her."
Yeah, not without my instruments, I'll look like a damn fool.
As she chuckles to herself.
Let's go, I want to leave this room, guys, I'm pissed off.
From what part of the region does she hail?
She's around Neverwinter. I'll just leave it
I've
at
never
that.
heard such
Damn it, I
beautiful
glitched myself on a wall. Okay, we're good.
Hey,
Why would it even let me go there? I was literally in between two walls and all I could see was the wall border.
Make sure you hold Alt while you move your token. It'll always stay where you want it to.
Yeah. Okay. Has everyone moved up?
Okay, yeah, I'm here. I'm ready.
Okay. Let me... Okay. As you walk into a fairly large open room, you hear a familiar pain-filled screech from a lower level to the east. As your eyes snap downward, you can make out the top of a beaten and battered owlbear fighting 3 black furred wolves in an enclosed pit. At the top of the pit stands a very large, brutish man, adorned in furs, carrying a battle axe, and next to him sits a large white-haired wolf. Its cold, bright eyes stare at your direction, almost as if they're piercing through you. You notice a large chain extends from the man's other hand, and the chain ends attached to a collar, secured around a small goblin's neck. The goblin looks very beaten and very skinny. You also see in this room, the room that you're immediately in, various ruffians just kind of walking around, taking guard posts, and just surveying the area. One of them seems to be bigger than the others and wields a greatsword.
Am I able to make vision with the owlbear cub?
Like, can you see him?
Yeah, you said I could. Could I see Stacy?
You can see the top portion of the hair, and you hear like a screeching sound.
Does Gurdis recognize that it's Stacy?
You can recognize that it sounds like an owlbear, just by her screams, because you've heard her get hurt before.
Can
Hey, what's the thing on the very top of the map? Or not
What?
very top, but
What'd you say,
the
Gurdis?
top of the room.
can I investigate it so I know for a fact that it's Stacy that's in the little pit down there?
You can try.
Okay. I didn't know if we were walking away from it or if we were walking towards it.
Well, the guard is walking away from it, but you're following behind her.
I'm going to try and sprint and jump into the pit with Stacy.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So I attempt to bolt away from the band, and I'm going to leap into the battle pin with Stacy.
Okay. As you start running towards that area, the white wolf's hair flares and it jumps forward onto a little table that's separating you from that group of people. The large, bald man immediately turns and just puts his hand out in front of you and hits your chest, knocking you flat on your back. And all he does is audibly grunt. As he does this, he pulls the chain, and the little bitty goblin gets jerked towards him, and the goblin walks up to you. Please don't do that.
That's mine. The owlbear. She's of my kin.
That baby's so, I mean, if you say so, but Karzov will kill you.
This is Karzov right here?
Yeah, like, I figured his stature alone would be enough to recognize him, but...
I've never met him before, but what your wolf is to you, Karzov, that owlbear is mine. She's mine.
Karzov looks at you, and you hear a... Karzov says if you wish to free her, then you must take her place.
How do you understand that?
It took me a while.
I said that was like a single grunt. Pretty cool. Anyway, let's go.
I'm gonna walk up towards that direction, and I am going to cast Thaumaturgy with 3 different effects. I'm going to make my voice 3 times as loud as normal. I'm going to make my eyes turn like snowblind white, and make the braziers all around flare up in flames, and say, "You must release the owlbear, or face my wrath."
Oh, some pretty sick special effects.
Yeah, as this,
Thaumaturgy at its best.
as these effects occur, you see the guards start sweating a little bit, and they look a little nervous as they're looking around, but their eyes are drawn towards Fayanna, who they notice's eyes turn that whitish color. And as such, more guards start pouring into the room, and they surround you guys.
I will take up the mantle, and I will bear the pain, so my kin does not have to. I accept your demand, and I will fight off those, what are they, bears?
Those are 3 wolves.
Allow me to fight with my companion. I will dispatch of those wolves easily.
You see Hawker, kind of shaking, looks up at Karzov, and Karzov folds his arms across his chest and goes... As Hawker's eyes widen a little bit, looks back at you and goes, it must be a 1v1, and you won't be fighting the wolves.
Oh.
Then who?
And then Karzov walks over, and he kind of like holds his arm out as to direct you towards the side of the fighting pit, and points down at a cage. And within that cage is a large, brutish, huge-muscled, kind of damaged ogre who's chained and trapped within that cage. And as he points down, he grunts again, and Hawker says, "You must fight that."
Oof. Do you mind if I break him? Or does he need to be in one piece when I'm done?
Karzov has a warrior spirit. I think he would prefer it to be dead, as most things that come across Karzov.
Then call your wolves back, and I will fight this behemoth.
As you say this, Karzov holds up his arms and with his great axe in hand and goes, "Hurrah!" And you see the wolves just immediately retreat and run off to the side and wait. Stacy, almost limping and bleeding from different parts of her body, her fur is all matted and she looks beaten and worn out, kind of slumps off and just kind of collapses. She's still awake and alert, but she's not really moving.
Oof.
As this happens, Karzov lets go of the chain for Hawker, and Hawker looks at you. Come this way if you're gonna fight.
How deep is the pit there? Is it like 10 feet?
It's pretty deep. It's more like a 15, 20 deep.
No superhero 3-point landing or anything I could do.
You can try.
No, that doesn't sound worth it. All right, I'll follow you.
Okay.
It'll all be all right, Stacy. Mommy's here.
So you'll follow Hawker.
I just kind of tell my I just look back at my party members with just a little dread, but then I look towards Stacy, and then my gaze hardens, and I go forward.
Okay. As you're walking, you hear Hawker mumble to himself, "Clark wouldn't stand for this."
Do I see any weapons
That's right.
adorning the walls.
It's yeah. You'll be given your stuff here in a second.
Metagaming?
It's kind of, but I had already planned for it.
Okay.
As you come up to the stairwell, Hawker, you see him kind of just motion somebody, and you see a familiar giant. No. Yeah.
Oh, God. A familiar
Captain. Walk up to you. I think you'll be needing these. And he gives you a lump sum of your inventory.
I tell him it won't be necessary, and I leave the stuff there.
Holy shit. And he just walks back to his post.
Your giant friend, he likes theatrics. I'll give him something of a show.
He likes theatrics, but he does use that battle axe quite a lot. This will be interesting.
What the hell is going on?
There's a power within me that I could feel festering, and I'm going to use it in this fight.
So, I guess you are a barbarian, so it doesn't really matter. But you're not wearing armor. I just wanted you to note that.
Okay, so I still get to add my. I just get to add my constitution to my AC then.
Yeah.
Along with your dex? Is that how that works?
No,
I don't know. I haven't played barbarian.
You only get to add your dex to your arm. You only get to add dex to your armor if you're wearing armor.
Yeah.
If you're wearing no armor, you get nothing. But if you're a barbarian that doesn't wear armor, you get to add your constitution modifier.
Yeah.
I say it, and Gurdis is Gurdis is just saying this out loud.
Yeah. Everyone knows that.
Oh yeah. I do that, and I'm just a chained up goblin.
Hawker also. Okay, this guy gets the fuck out of here. Hawker also pulls you aside real quick, and he puts his hands together, and he looks towards Karzov.
What the? This theme.
Yeah.
I can't hear the music, so I don't know what's going on.
It's from Azura's Wrath. It's Yasha's theme.
That's funny. He looks towards Karzov, whose Karzov is like grinning with an ugly grin right now, looking towards you, and he whispers, "Please, I know this is a lot to ask, but I think Karzov would probably let me go free if you fought the wolves too."
Wow. You're asking a lot.
I have information I can trade.
Well, wait. How long have you? Let me pause the music. How long have you been here?
I've lost track. I've been underground for a while now. It feels like a couple of weeks. It could be shorter or longer. I don't know.
Well, you tell him that if he gets to bring his wolves into the mix, I get to bring one of my companions as well, just to even the odds.
These will be separate fights, but let me go see what he says. I hope he doesn't hit me, as he says as he walks away. You see Hulker
I think he's gonna hit him.
kind of step on his tiptoes, and Karzov, he kind of just begrudgingly leans down to listen to Hulker, and he puts his hands on his, Karzov does this, he puts his hands on his hips and goes, as he laughs. And he nods and waves his hand up into the air as Hawker nods, shaking, and comes back. He says that's fine.
Just one, or
Just one.
Whole...
No, it can't be the whole party. Unless you want Karzov to fight too, which I'm sure he'd be happy to oblige.
Shit.
Well,
Let's do this.
I select Raakuna. My
God
favorite
damn it, dude!
bard-
What?
companion.
I don't have any of my equipment, you idiots!
You'll be
Fine.
giving your equipment,
Okay.
Okay.
He kidding me right now.
you big stud.
Dude, why is someone so gay for me?
You'll inspire me in this
Kyle, you're not my
fight.
shoulder, go away!
Yeah, I am. You never put me down.
Yes, he put you on the ground.
I put
He
you on a
actu-
bench.
Yeah, he put you on that bench that the guards are surrounding.
I don't remember this being said.
The guards start poking at Loxim's body. Is he dead? They just
Oh,
all
maybe.
they all kind of surround you and just continuously poke your body over and over again.
Raakuna, I can dispatch. I will kind of whisper the game plan. I can dispatch of these wolves quickly. I just need you to wrestle the big guy for a bit. Hold him off.
Well,
Big guy? Which one?
It seems you, small dwarf, are gonna fight the ogre first, and then you'll have your fight with the wolves.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh my god, you were so stupid.
I didn't... I thought we were all just fighting together.
No. You must
Okay,
have the
so I'm-
1v1 for the owlbear, and then group up for my freedom if you wish.
Wait, we're fighting for this guy's freedom? Who the hell is this?
I didn't know.
I am
I was
Hawker.
just thinking it'd be cool if we fought side by side, but you know, Stacy's on the line, so I can't fuck this up.
I'm going back to the stands. You fight the damn ogre.
Now
We'll
listen,
talk about
listen,
no
big
problem.
fella. If you help, I have information. I know there. Damn it! He didn't want to give the information immediately, but you kind of pushed him up against the wall for his freedom.
Listen,
if I
brother.
give you a little bit, I will say that with this information, you can make a lot of money.
Okay, listen, brother. That's pretty cool. But we gotta think practically here. Slavery is not righteous, but I don't know if we can fight 3 wolves. But
He will beat me.
I know.
Raakuna,
I've seen
you have
it.
a strength within that has been dying to be released. I can feel it in your music. You're a very passionate person.
Jory?
Let you sing in the battlefield.
Where's Clark when you need him?
Jory, do you have any spell slots?
I do, actually. Did we take a long rest? I assume we did.
You didn't say that,
I'm
but you
still,
slept,
though.
so I'll say that you did.
Okay.
the fuck?
I have a spell.
Okay, so I got my health back.
Yeah, yes,
I don't
and
have one
Kyle.
health then? The hell?
No. Kyle, you took 7 damage, so you're at 10 HP right now.
He's been sleeping though for 30 minutes.
He was
Am I
knocked out.
at 10? I have 23
Nah, it's fine.
health, not 13 or 17.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the big boy is probably getting impatient, so I'm gonna fuck up.
I'm gonna go watch from the stands while you fight this ogre. We can talk about the wolves later.
This guy comes back. Y'all be needing this, or you dropping this on the ground too?
Just wait. What? He's talking to me.
He can't. No, he was talking to Raakuna before he ran away.
No.
He has your
sorry.
he has your gear.
Oh yes, please hand me that.
All right. No funny business. And then he just walks
Okay.
off.
Oh, what a nice guy.
My stuff. Thank God.
As a note, thaumaturgy lasts for a minute, and if I so choose, I can renew it every minute, but I'm
Okay.
not.
I leap into the I leap down whatever you know, stairs and whatnot, and I get into the battleground.
Okay. Go ahead and head down.
I descend, strutting, to the center of the arena.
Okay.
I kind of eye the wolves, and I shoot them a glare.
They seem a little intimidated, but they've been pit fighter wolves for long enough that they've fought many things, so they're pretty hardened against that. As you walk into the pit, you see you're standing on a large, earthy, it's mainly just dirt, open pit. You see dried, what you presume to be, blood splatters splattered across the ground in various forms. There's fresh blood piles to the north, which you presume are from Stacy or the wolves. Dried blood patterns are scattered everywhere. There's random bits of broken weaponry embedded in the dirt. There's random bits of broken armor in the dirt. And to the west of you are 3 pretty sturdy, tall cages. Only one of them has something in it, and that's the ogre, which you're getting ready to fight. As Karzov gets his axe, he walks around, actually. He doesn't lean, because he won't be able to reach. Karzov walks around and goes down to the pit. And he looks at you as if, like, giving a note that if you're ready or not.
I just brush the dirt off my shirt, and I give him a thumbs up.
He chuckles to himself as he flings open the iron gate with one hand and then slowly walks off to go back to his spot to get a good sight of the fight. As this thing emerges from the cage, it's actually more like this.
Jesus.
Yeah, I had it small to fit in the cage.
Right.
You see the ogre stand before you, and it just roars deep, a bellowing roar at you. As it's in one hand, you see a wooden, pretty thick club, almost resembling like a small tree trunk. and in the other hand, you see a chain wrapped around its wrist. You see it bleeding from spikes from the chain being embedded into its wrist, and it smacks it across the ground, and dirt flares up into the air as it smacks it down.
I just spit on the ground, and I enter a path of the beast rage, and I choose the claws.
Okay.
Of the owlbear.
Alright. You see Gurdis take shape into a rage in a form that you haven't seen before, almost like an owlbear-esque form, as you see sharpened claws emerge from her body. And go ahead and roll initiative. Because this is actually going to be a fight.
19. Wait.
9.
I had 9. I mean 10. Kyle rolled and I had 10. I was thinking I had a 19.
Okay. Let's see. And, okay.
While they're getting ready for this fight, can I see where my equipment is being held? Since I've seen them retrieve the other people's equipment.
You saw someone leave the room to the south where you guys came from with the equipment. But
Okay.
that's all.
Can I consider what I'm doing now a short rest?
I doubt it.
I said
Yeah,
since
it's
you
been
all
an
were
hour.
since you all were knocked out, you all had a long rest. That's why I was saying your health pool was up. Oh yeah, you're 21 now, so just -7 from that, so you're good.
Yeah.
And you're not actually sleeping; you're faking. You're putting on a performance. So
Yeah,
no.
you were faking the whole time, dude. Why didn't you get up?
I can't speak, I'm still dead.
How the hell do I? Okay. Damn, that took me a minute to remember. Okay. I rolled an 8 for the ogre. And you rolled a 10. Yay. Okay. Up first is the dwarf, now pit fighter, Gurdis.
I'm going to leap onto his more fleshy bits, and I'm going to multi-strike and try to carve him up.
Okay.
First hit. 7.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up the ogre stats real quick. That indeed misses.
Second hit. A 9.
That indeed misses.
Oh no.
So as Gurdis jumps up and tries to get up this large mass of meat, she ends up missing and actually falls back down to the ground in a quick motion as the ogre turns and gets ready to slap her with its club. Which it's gonna do. Let's see if it gets any plus anything.
Never mind.
We'll do
I'm just gonna watch the fight.
that. Huh.
I was gonna try something, but I'm just gonna watch the fight because I need to save that spell slot.
It's up to you if you guys are doing anything on the exterior.
I was going to do something, but I want to save. I only have 2 spell slots, and I used one earlier, so I want to save that for something else.
I've got my
Just
trusted
to remind
instruments
you,
right
all
now.
these guards are currently poking at me.
Oh, I know.
They're all just
Well, why
poking
don't you
at-
wake the fuck up, Kyle?
I mean,
I'm
If they wanted
causing a
to add that
distraction.
Oh, actually, you're right here, and they're all just kind of right here.
Just remember, they are all distracted right now. You can do something.
when you cast something with a ritual, it doesn't cost a spell slot.
Mm,
Yes, it's per rules.
This
Or
is
is that,
Hunter's. This is
Ritual
you have passed
casting.
The DM.
Ritual
It-
casting like takes like a minute though.
It
and-
Yeah,
takes longer.
it takes
it's not
longer and
just
requires
up and down.
components usually. That's the the benefit to not having a spell slot used.
But I have an arcane focus.
Hmm.
You don't have your
Unless
equipment.
that's in my equipment.
Yeah, you don't have anything on you though.
Okay. Well. Alright, well. Okay, yeah. Don't let me hold you up. Keep going.
Let me die.
He rolled a 10.
A 10? I have an AC of 13 with no armor on.
Okay. It smashes down with the club as dirt flies up into the air, and you're able to just roll and tuck and roll and dodge out of the way. Again, up next is Gurdis.
I look towards Stacy and I say, "This is for you."
And she calls out a very slight, painful bellow towards you as her head drops into the dirt.
I attack. 8.
Gurdis again, lunging at the ogre, just is not able to make contact.
Multi-strike. 14.
That hits.
Blood. +2. 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
First blood, and I'm on fire!
Oh my gosh.
Bagged and tagged. As you strike, it's able to dodge out of the way, but you quickly are able to. You're starting to get a grasp on its movement patterns, and you put your claws straight into its ankle and just kind of rip outward as flesh just splatters the ground behind it. It's still able to stand, though, but it looks super pissed. Anything else?
I'll just posture myself in front of Stacy, just to make sure she doesn't try and push him back, so she doesn't get caught in the crossfire.
No, I'm only going to give you one warning on this. You were close enough within melee range, you did an attack, and then you kind of moved away from it.
No, I mean I can't just straddle the opportunity like that.
Yeah, I
Sneeze like that again,
I just
I'll
want you to
whoop
make
your
sure
ass.
to say that that's what you're doing and not that you're moving away
yeah.
from it.
Yep.
Okay.
Always going to be done that way.
Up next is the ogre. Ogre. Who takes the club and actually sets it on the ground and takes the spike chain into both hands and flings it towards your direction.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna see if that hits. Oh my god, it's a nat 1. Okay. So it flings this chain, and it actually uses a little bit too much power on the fling. You're able to jump over the chain as the chain flips backward, hitting the ogre in its own face, knocks it back. It stumbles a little bit, and we'll say it actually takes, because this is its attack damage.
This is the worst fucking pit fight I've ever seen.
Whenever I dodge, I kind of point towards point towards Karsov, and I raise my hands as for like applause.
It takes 2 piercing damage from the spikes of the chain hitting itself in the face. As you know, you look up at Karsov, who he kind of looks at you and goes, and looks away.
I look back towards the ogre and more determination to impress this beast.
Up next is Gurdis Brazic.
Aya! Aya!
Okay,
11 and
one
14.
barely hits. The other one hits for sure.
Oh, so 2?
Yep, they both hit.
Now, in a multi-strike, do I do each, like, that?
Individual. Yep. Individual rolls is what I've been doing.
14 points of slashing damage.
Ooh. Okay. The creature, as you start, you really get into a rhythm of yourself inspired, really determined to fight for Stacy. You start slashing at this thing, just taking not too significant bits of flesh off, but you start like hacking at its arm. There goes a little bit of flesh. At its torso, there's a little bit of flesh gone, and it's looking pretty bloody at this point.
Is that... Sorry.
Karsov looks down, and he looks a little bit more interested into the fight.
Is that all you have? You oversized... I don't know what to say.
Up next
I'm
is the ogre. The ogre will once again throw the chain, not learning its lesson, in an attempt to grab you with it. And that is a 15.
That hits.
Okay. This chain, he flings it towards you. It wraps around your torso, the spikes piercing into your abdomen with each circlet of the chain. And he pulls you 4 feet towards him.
I've seen enough hints. I didn't know where this is going.
So you're pretty close, so the 4 feet's going to put you right up on him. Since he was able to pull you close enough to where you're right next to him, he will use his other hand to punch you with the chain wrapped around his knuckles for some damage. That is 8 points of... It's 4 points of bludgeoning damage and then 4 points of piercing damage from the spikes and from the fist punch.
So 4 with my so 4 points of physical damage with because I'm enraged.
Yeah, it'd be half, so yeah, 4.
I'm at 33. Ah, it hurt. How do my companions think I'm doing?
They're... oh, that's up to them, I guess. I can tell you one of them's getting poked.
Kyle refusing to not play dead.
Up next is
Nothing I can do.
Gurdis Brazic. They're just standing there. They look bored almost.
Bonus action. I'm gonna try and flip out of the grip of the chain.
Me seeing Gurdis in trouble, in the form of like almost cheering, I bardically inspire her.
I don't work like that.
Aw.
You don't have your instruments.
Yeah, I do. You give me my equipment back.
Oh fuck, you're right. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's say, before you do that though, instead of... You don't have to roll for anything to inspire, correct? You just do it. Let's say you have to do a stealth check.
Okay, well, this will be very interesting. Where's my stuff? +0, let's go.
Straight roll.
Oh my god.
Fucking you attempt to play your nickel harpa, and it just like wrenches out a loud note that just echoes through the cave. And
I used the trumpet on the inspirations.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
We'll say you just played a bad note then, and it echoes throughout the cave.
Oh, damn it.
And
there's a bunch of dust on it from that chest it was in.
Everyone
Gross.
just kind of looks at you like they didn't know what the hell you were doing, and they just
Sorry, just cleaning this.
presume to move on. Up next is Gurdis.
Okay.
So you're taking your action to try to get out of the chain.
It'll be if it's gonna be an action, I'm not gonna break free. I'm just gonna let it hold me. I'm gonna keep hitting him.
Okay.
Okay.
It is a disadvantage since you're incapacitated.
Alright, I'll do it at disadvantage. Closer is better. Natural 1
Ooh.
for the first one. 15. 17, so 15 for the second one.
Okay.
Do you get advantage whenever you're enraged, though?
Against strength checks,
strength
which
check.
it is a strength check.
I just didn't want to not attack for one turn. I want to keep attacking him. So one attack hits, and I do 4 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're chain bound and pulled closer, you're able to punch. You don't really reach his face, but you're able to punch his chest, leaving a tiny little dwarf indention of a fist into his chest. And he kind of just reams back a little bit and looks a little bit more pissed.
It really is just kind of claws at this point.
That's true.
Scraping into him, yeah.
So more flesh is ripped off of his chest.
And I end my turn.
Okay.
Your health at Gurdis. Are
I'm
you
pretty
good?
healthy right now.
Okay.
I'm feeling pretty good. Up next
This
is
fool
the
didn't know what
ogre,
he was getting himself into.
who with one hand is holding you, still, The other hand reaches down for his javelin, or not his javelin, his great club, and then smashes down on you.
With advantage.
With advantage, since you're incapacitated, and you're right up on him. So 14 on 4.
14 hits.
Okay. Now we will roll some damage. That's 19.
19 points.
Yep.
Barely anything.
Still okay?
So I take
Gotta do some math.
9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm at 24. Ah!
It smashes down. It's almost like hitting a bobblehead, and you're just held there, and it just poof, smacks you in the head with a great club.
Oof. Oof. Man.
Fayanna audibly, like, almost puts her hand over her eyes at the sight of that, thinking that you might have been dead at that point.
Just head smashed in.
That would hurt.
I can't wait to see what candy's inside this pinata.
You look
Hi.
up, and the white wolf is, like, leaning over, and it starts growling from the top.
I'm gonna attack. At disadvantage. 3, a natural one. Okay, second time. Ah, I missed both times. 8 and 3.
Okay, you try to attack, but you just can't summon up the will to do it. The chain starts wrapping tighter around you, and it's just causing you to lose strength in your arms. Okay, up next is the ogre, who's gonna take another swing without their club.
Is this just a blank table that I'm laying on? There's no food, no drink, no nothing?
Just a blank table.
Okay, never mind.
I will say a drink for Karzov is on the table.
Okay, well, I want to go ahead and spring up. I mean, just straight martial artist jump straight to my feet from my back.
Roll a 14.
And I'm gonna
Shit.
take that drink, and I'm gonna start drinking it, and then start dancing
Oh, shit.
on the table.
Oh my god.
As soon as that happens, and as long as all the attention is drawn away to Loxim, I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at the ogre.
What the
Seeing an
fuck?
opportunity to.
Oh, hold on. One thing at a time.
Okay. Okay.
Hunter,
Order of operations. Go ahead.
Okay.
can I roll the performance?
This fucking
to do
cocking me. Let me do Gurdis' stuff first, and then I'll address.
Okay.
I'll address the madness that's happening up there.
Okay. Yeah, because there's about to be a
Whew,
shit.
that's a 17 for damage.
hits?
Oh, what the fuck? I
Oh,
did-
17 damage.
yeah, I don't know why.
What did you roll to hit?
I rolled
Oh,
a
you didn't roll
10
it.
and a 14.
Okay, well the 14 hits.
Yeah, and it's 17 damage.
Ah, it hurts. So it's 8 points if you round down.
So. No, if you round down, it's.
It would be.
Yeah,
7.
It'd be 8
that's 8.
because it'd be 9, 18 to round down 8. So 8, 16. All right, so let me do that real quick. I want to do maths today. 16. Yeah. So
It's starting to look a little rough.
up next is Gurdis, but we're gonna address this bullshit over here. So Loxim
That's about to go down.
Loxim springs up, surprising everybody that was poking you in one fell swoop, and you just sit there, almost like, I don't know, like charismatically, I guess I should say, as you pick up the tankard that's sitting on the table and begin chugging it. Go
As
ahead.
soon as I. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, as soon as I'm done with the drink, I'm gonna yell, "Hail Karzov!"
Okay, roll a performance check.
10.
Okay, so, with 10, you get everyone's attention. Karzov turns towards you. Halker is at a position where he can see the fight and see what's going on over there, so he's just kind of panically looking around everywhere.
Okay.
Everyone but the white wolf, whose eyes are fixated on the fight, looks towards you.
Okay. Alright.
Karzov, in response to seeing you drink his drink, reams back and punches you off the table as hard as he possibly can.
College is not gonna be getting
Is there
fucking
no?
hit today.
Now, can I use one key point to take my dodge action for patient defense?
You can try.
How would I try?
Just do it and see what happens.
I don't roll on it. It's a
I know.
bonus.
So it just happened.
I know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I've taken the dodge action.
So as you dodge Karzov's punch, you shift over onto the table really quick, and I will say that you actually say, "Hail Karzov" once again, and try to roll a let's do a persuasion check this time.
What was it?
Let's do a persuasion check this time, because you're more specifically talking to Karzov instead of putting on a grandiose show.
18.
Okay. As you motion for Karzov, you say, "Hail Karzov." Karzov kind of looks at you. He still looks verbally super pissed, but then you see from the outside, from all the commotion, you see this little goblin run up with a huge tankard that looks much, like, way too big for a goblin stature, and he sets it up on the table, and as he does that, he runs back. And you take it up, and you hold it up in the air and hand it to Karzov as it's full, and Karzov just chugs it in one fell go and smashes it, breaking the metal tankard on the ground into pieces, and then puts his hands up in the air and goes, "Oh!" And all the guards just in unison start cheering for Karzov.
And they're all still fixated on me.
They're all fixated on you at the moment, besides the wolf.
Noticing that, I would like to. I mean, you can't really stealthily shoot an Eldritch Blast, but I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast to give my friend an upper hand.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay. Oh shit. I did not mean to do that.
There's no honor in this.
15 plus 5 to hit, so
21.
sure that hits.
Jesus.
Yeah, that hits. Roll some
Okay.
damage.
1d10 plus 5.
Sorry about that.
Hex. It's not hexed.
Jory, you missed it. Karzov is staring at me now.
Eef.
Probably can.
Points of damage. Following that lackluster hit, I'm going to use my Scroll of Misty Step with my bonus action to pop over here. And that will conclude my turn. Should I roll initiative to be, since I'm in the order now?
There is no honor in this.
Okay.
I did what I needed to.
I'm just trying to process everything right now. Okay, so you did an Eldritch Blast, you did 4 damage, knocking it a little lower. The blast hits the back of the ogre, who turns around, confused, as their scorch marks are formed along its the upper portion of its back. You also use your Scroll of Misty Step, so that scroll is just, it's gone.
Yep.
And you... Raakuna's really the only one that sees this, and the wolf, who now's hair is raised and it starts growling violently at everyone, turning Karzov towards the pit.
Oh, shit.
Whoops.
I have to ask this because Jack has done this to me a multitude of times. How did you get that Scroll of Misty Step?
I've had it when he fought the dragon, And
But all of our stuff got taken.
Oh, fuck.
well, then I will use my spell slot to cast Misty Step.
Okay. Do you wait, you have Misty Step?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a level 2 slot.
Okay, well, there you
I
go.
mean, all my slots.
That's all I wanted to ask.
You were
Yeah.
just trying to save a spell slot.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I forgot about the missing stuff again. But yes, I will use a spell slot instead.
Okay. So same events happen. Karzov's turned. He's looking towards you guys. Raakuna is also one of the ones that noticed that Fayanna just disappeared and reappeared within the pit.
Oh, damn it.
Halker starts immediately panicking. What have you done?
Sorry, buddy.
What have you done?
Karzov.
Realize that everybody would be pissed off about it. Shit.
Well, he
had
said it was
him.
supposed to be a 1v1. Karzov is very into, like, fair warrior fights between creatures and man.
Well, let's face the consequences of this then.
As such happens, Karzov looks over to his left and points at the ground. And Halker looks down and begrudgingly says, Napper, get in there. As the white wolf immediately, within like a few seconds, bolts, almost like quick enough to where you would mistake it as like a lightning bolt, charges into the arena and joins the fight.
Okay.
So I'm gonna add you to the initiation.
Alright. Roll for initiative.
Hey Raakuna, you want to jump in on this madness?
Apparently at this point I might have to.
Okay,
I'm not. I'm still on the table.
so let me... I didn't add a modifier for that. Let me find that creature. Oh, that's just +1, so 5. And you rolled
16.
16. Keep. I don't think I had to do
Right
this.
now, I don't have my Hexblade out, so I'm just.
I will
Just
say,
saying.
instead of flipping everybody's rolls, like in your initiation order, I'm gonna keep it like this, but for the bottom two, it would have determined if Napper went before you, or if you went before Napper for the bottom.
I see.
So we'll keep it like this.
So it goes Gurdis, the ogre, and me, and then the wolf.
Yes.
Okay.
So, as we left off, up next is Gurdis.
I starting to lose my powers. I'm going to I gotta get out of this thing. I can't though. How damaged does the ogre look before me?
It's pretty damn bloody.
I gotta finish him somehow. I sharpen my claws, I extend my claws one last time, and I multi-strike him.
Okay.
15. Come on. 14 for one attack.
Okay.
And then the next attack.
Ooh.
17. 11.
So,
So 14 and 11.
14 hits. 11 barely hits.
Oh my god.
Very barely. So roll damage.
5, 7, 12 points of slashing damage. I just take one look back at Stacy, and then my eyes gleam, and I just start exerting all of my power into 2 thrusts.
I'm gonna... Oh man, I really wish I could screenshot this without spoiling stuff. So how do you want to do this?
First I start at the stomach, and then I pull him down to my face, and then I spit my blood into his eyes, and I claw off his head.
Oh my god. So Gurdis, noticing the situation is becoming more dire, becomes more beast-like, and just dual claws straight into the chest and rips upward, spitting blood into the ogre's eyes. The ogre lifts its head up and starts screaming, and as it does this, you see a vulnerable spot within its neck as you're continuously ripping up its abdomen, and you just split off in opposite directions with your fists, completely just lopping the ogre's head completely off. As it hits the dirt, rolls off, and the body slumps down. And as it does this, its grip releases on the chain, and the chain becomes loosened and falls off of your figure.
I just fall to my knees, and I just look over to the chaos on the other side of the battlefield, and I see Fayanna get chased by a wolf. I'm like, oh no.
Should have just waited. Oh well.
Faye, what are you doing?
I got your back.
Alright.
Up next
And I end my turn.
is Fayanna.
With my bonus action, I'm going to summon my Hexblade
Okay.
and brandish it, get ready for that fucking wolf that's about to charge at me, and pointing the Hexblade at it, I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay. An 18 to hit.
That hits.
Alright.
I'm lying, I missed. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit.
This wolf is definitely, it's almost like dire wolf size. It's pretty fucking huge.
Oh shit. 7 points of force damage.
Okay.
I said, bring it, you fucking bitch.
Fayanna curses like a sailor towards the creature that can't really understand what the hell she's saying, and flings an Eldritch Blast straight at the wolf. It hits the fur and singes off a tiny patch of the really white fur. The creature looks super pissed and is just eyes piercing Fayanna's figure right now. Is that it?
I'm gonna be missing my shield here in a second.
You don't have it equipped right now.
Nope. All I have is my Hexblade.
You actually don't have it anyway, and you won't have it because you don't have your gear, and they're not going to give you your gear.
Yep, doesn't look like it.
So, up next.
I think my mistake now.
Yeah,
But I have my Hexblade.
you think the guard captain's going to come in and go, oh yeah, you cheated, but here's your gear, and then just throws it into the arena?
I didn't know he was Jamaican.
Yeah, I had him talking like that earlier.
I hope he's Jamaican. And he's gonna be the one shoveling our bodies out of here.
Oh, I do this for free.
I do this for free.
I like cleaning bodies.
Alright. Well, yep, that ends my turn.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm going to back up to this cage.
Lock yourself in the cage.
I mean,
So,
is the cage open?
with that, you get opportunity struck because the wolf jumped right in front of you.
Ow. It's right over there.
You're in... Like, in my mind, I know I had the token placed there, but it was right next to you. Like, I had
Oh,
it.
it's right next to me. Okay, if
Yeah.
it's right next to me, I'm not gonna move.
I'll give you that one, because I didn't specifically say that.
Yeah, we're just looking at the map. It is a little.
Yeah, I was just looking
Yeah.
at the map.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
So we'll do this, and we'll do this. How about that?
Okay, that's more representative.
So with Napper's turn,
Hey, I'm sorry. If he was right next to me, then it would have been disadvantage on the Eldritch Blast because he's literally right in front of me. But I also didn't know that prior.
just take the
So we just
freebie.
want to forget. Okay.
Just take this one, please.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So up next is the wolf, Napper, who is going to use a cold breath on Fayanna.
What?
Monkas.
Okay.
So how you doing, Raakuna?
You know, I'm
I
just
didn't want
watching.
this to become my show. I'm sorry.
The cold breath is at a 15-foot cone. Each creature
Oh.
must make a DC dexterity saving throw, or take damage, and obviously half if you succeed.
Okay, what was it?
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. Plus 2. No, not D10, D20. There we go. 19.
Okay. You pass the DC check, so you'll take half damage of what I roll.
Okay.
That's 20 points of damage. So you take half,
Halved.
so 10.
Okay, so I'm at 19.
Okay. Let me edit your health here. Up next is Gurdis Brazik.
I'm going to.
Karzov, I just want to make a note real quick. Karzov is like leaning against the pit railing and is just looking down at you guys intently. He does not seem amused at the moment.
Well, shit.
I'm watching him intently, just like,
I stand atop the dead ogre's body, and I say, Karzov, call off your hound now. The fight is over.
Roll a persuasion check. Hello. Okay.
20.
Ooh.
Oh,
Karzov looks over at Halker and slams his fist on the table, and Halker just immediately just beams over to him, and Karzov picks up the chain that's attached to Halker, and he looks towards you and goes, Halker begrudgingly looks at him and looks down at you and goes, since you beat the ogre, you can have the owlbear. That agreement still stands, but this girl over here kind of disgraced the sacredness of the 1v1 battle, so he doesn't have much to say.
Before I even finish this sentence, I run to Napper, and I'm going to remember the training that Rayadoff had donned me, and for my action, I'm going to try and calm the beast.
Okay.
So I'm going to sprint onto the direwolf and try and leap onto its back, if that's even possible, and I'm going to touch it with my palm and try and enter its mind and calm it.
Okay. Go ahead and try.
Alright, so is it animal handling?
Yes.
Or is it a...
No, it's sleight of hand.
Alright, I didn't know if it was like a wisdom or some shit like
No,
that.
we'll do animal handling.
13.
Okay. I will have, since this creature is, from what you can see, pretty well just Karzov's, I'll have it roll against that check, and we'll see which one's higher.
Fair enough.
Ooh. Fuck. That's a nat 1.
Whoa!
shit.
Oh my god. Alright. Shit.
Gurdis the Beast Hammer.
You jump up on Napper immediately as Napper's fangs are like fixated on Fayanna. You jump up on its back and your hand clasps the back of Napper's neck. Karzov stands up and grips his battle axe tighter, which is Raakuna can really just see this. And Raakuna starts getting a little nervous, thinking of what Karzov's gonna do. Halker just looks speechless. He doesn't even, he's like, As your hand's placed on the back of the creature's neck, the wolf, you see the hair like start to slowly soften and go back, and the fangs aren't bared anymore. And it just looks, it's still eyes pierced at Fayanna, but it doesn't look like it's ready for, you know, to kill.
Calm, beast. Calm. Return to your master. There is no fight to be had here. I won the fight fairly.
Karzov, go ahead.
Upon that happening, I obviously dismissed the Hexblade.
Okay.
And just kind of cross my arms and look at Karzov.
As you do this, Karzov, shoves Hawker out of the way, into the table as he's walking past.
Dude!
And then he comes back to Raakuna and just stares at me. No.
Okay, go, I'm sorry!
He goes down to the fighting pit and runs up. He grabs Napper by the back of the neck and drags Napper onto the ground and like throws Napper to the side. And Napper yelps and then runs off back upstairs. And then looks at Fayanna, and Karzov picks her up by the throat and is just holding her there.
Can I attempt to dodge the grab?
You can roll against a strength check
Okay.
Loxim,
if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's time, Loxim, come on!
Next check.
Okay, hang
Are
on.
you sure
Hang,
about this?
hang on.
Sorry.
What are you guys doing? What's Raakuna
I'm
and
grabbing
Loxim doing?
Loxim!
No, I'm having fun. Don't grab me.
I grab you.
No.
Raakuna picks up Loxim. The
And I bring him to the side and I spear him at Karzov.
Oh shit! God! Why? We're doing this.
What
Every
is
time.
happening?
Every time things are seeming like they're gonna look good, we
He's
fuck
choking
up.
her, dude!
Okay.
It hits him like a fucking wet noodle. The fucking you
As
threw
I
a pillow at
smack
him.
cards off, I look at Raakuna. What the fuck, dude?
Whoa, I gotta make a strength roll on this.
Hang on. Hang on. One thing at a time. First off, I'm going to give Loxim the opportunity. If he doesn't want to be thrown, you can fight against that. I will give you that.
I'm doing it. I don't want to be thrown in there.
Oh, okay, so you are going to fight against it. Okay.
Yes.
So I will have Raakuna roll a strength. Just roll base strength. And then you can either use your... Is it your key point to dodge if you want, or you can roll acrobatics to dodge.
Oh, it don't fucking matter. I'm saving that key point.
Okay, it's up to you.
Okay, I just roll a strength check.
You roll a straight strength check.
And you want me to roll an acrobatics check?
Oh
Yeah.
fuck, you have a good chance.
Eat my shit,
Oh
motherfucker.
my god. Oh my god,
my
you barely
God.
won, too.
Loxim is able to just, almost like he's covered in butter, just slip out of Raakuna's grip and just runs away and looks at you like, don't touch me.
Loxim, come on!
The
Don't touch me, I'm
guards
sterile.
run forward and immediately weapons drawn point it at Raakuna as if to stay in place.
Yes, my guards. Yeah, friends.
Loxim,
Lock
for
him
what, why do you have power here? What's happened?
Hail Karzov.
Karzov, let her go. She knows not of honor like we do. Spare her.
Punch her. Punch her.
I also
Punch her
tried
right in
to
the...
dodge
Punch her right in the throat.
the grapple thing.
Do what?
I wanted to attempt to dodge the grapple that he attempted on me.
Okay. Good. Well, you're not really dodging it. He has you. You can fight against a strength check, though, for his hold.
Well, I'll do that then.
Because you really didn't expect him to come down and grab you. He came down and just immediately grabbed you as he came.
Yeah, I wanted to avoid that. What do I
He
roll?
is a powerful being.
Not a god.
He is a god.
Okay.
The
No.
daemon
I
god.
fucked up. What do I roll?
If you want to break the grip, you got to roll a strength check against his.
Okay. Ew. Okay.
I probably don't even need to roll, but
Probably not.
I will.
The
'Cause you never know.
-1
The
is-
fates give me. I've got a few nat ones today.
2 plus 10.
He's got a. I will say, even though it's metagame out, he's got +4 for strength. So
That's it?
Okay.
he's got a 19.
Holy fuck.
Fuck. Yeah. I have an 8.
Just for base strength, anyway. That's 22.
Yeah.
So he's
fine,
good.
but-
Oh my.
He even tightens his grip on your throat as he
Ooh.
notices you're starting to squirm against him. And we'll say you take. It's kind of not really bludgeoning, but we'll say 2 bludgeoning damage for that.
Okay.
She learned her lesson, Karzov. Let her go.
He looks
Do I still have
towards.
a bonus action?
If you want to.
I summon the Hexblade.
Okay. You can't attack with it. You just have it.
Okay. Well, it's in my hand, and I'm squirming.
Okay. Arm extended, he's still holding you. You're able to flick with your wrist. You summon the Hexblade into your hand. And Gurdis, you said what you just said not too long ago. Karzov looks at you and grunts while squeezing her neck tighter. And as he does this, guys, where the fuck's Halker? Oh, there he is. Okay, I couldn't see.
Over there.
I have the names of everybody, so the names sometimes cover the tokens. Oh, Halker's hiding. Halker is up there next to Napper. And recap what you just said, Gurdis. There's so much fucking shit going on. What did you just say?
She knows not of honor like us. Let her go.
That's
I
fine.
won the fight. It's over.
So Karzov grunts, and Halkar, speaking for him, says, Karzov says that she must fight something for disgracing the honor of combat.
Then we will fight the wolves together.
Roll a persuasion check. This is determining whether or not that she has to fight against a wolf, just her versus a wolf, or you two versus 3 wolves.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Karzov begrudgingly agrees, nodding and just kind of looking off, and throws Fayanna into the dirt as he walks back up onto his area to watch.
I want to kill that dude so bad.
Not now.
You can
He's got
1v
all of his cards
You
here
could
with him.
1v1 Karzov if you want. I'm sure he'd oblige.
Oh my god.
We need a full party for that guy.
I'm trying to stay on these guys' good side.
I know.
A couple,
I also don't have any
Greasy
armor or
little noodle.
anything, so you know.
yeah, they're not going to give you your gear.
Yep, nope, my AC is 10 right now.
So a couple of the ruffians, I'm not going to move their tokens, but they come down and they both really struggle, but they move the ogre body out of the way for this. As you take note, you look over at Stacy, who appears to have fallen asleep. You can see her breathing. A lot of the bloody areas have kind of coagulated and they look a little dried. But she's out at the moment. Halker points at you guys to go to the top of the pit. And he's sitting there looking at you as he points. So you two move upward.
Upward. Right.
Yep, just move to the north.
I just kind of give Stacy a pat on the head as I see her once more.
Okay. And she kind of just ruffles her head a little bit. Her eyes are still closed, but she can feel you touching her. Fayanna died in the dirt, apparently.
No, what?
Okay.
That was the north.
There you go. I'll put you. You're right there.
I'm pretty exhausted, Jay, but I'll attack them from the front. You try to get as many blasts off as you can.
Let's do this.
3 regular...
Pat on the back and I get behind girders.
Okay. 3 regular-sized wolves. They're not anything unique. They just look like normal, like, timber wolves that you would see out in the Neverwinter Woods. Run up. These 3 are the same, presumably, that fought Stacy earlier. And
Since I dropped combat, I dropped my rage and my claws disappear as well.
you do. We will roll initiative once again.
Okay. Ew. 4. I'm still choking off that throat grip that I just had on me.
17.
Really need to copy my GM roll thing so I don't have to type it every fucking time.
Yeah.
Mr. DM.
No.
Okay.
No more
I
craziness.
really want to hurl you like
No.
a fucking javelin.
No, go ahead. That would have been funny.
Now, is it just the 4 guards that are posted up around Raakuna, and the 2 are still on
They're behind the table, but they're still pretty close to you guys. Like, that is a close proximity area.
So the 2 are still looking at me then.
They are looking at everybody. They're behind you guys, so they could look at you and still see everybody else.
Okay, never mind.
Let's see. Well, I guess the pit is low, so I guess they wouldn't be able to. Now that I'm thinking about it, they really wouldn't be able to see from that position. Okay, so I rolled an 18, 5, and a 12. And Gurdis has
2.
17, and Fayanna has... You have 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled very shittily that time.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So as this fight's getting ready to commence, Karzov motions to one of the guards away for a moment, and you see one in the back just slip away and goes into the other room. She goes south into the makeshift tavern area that you guys kind of, walked through and took note of. And shortly after, you see the red-haired girl from before with her lute comes out to Karzov's side, and she begins playing light music. And as she does this, you see Karzov's expression. He starts like almost like slightly smiling, and he seems a little bit more relaxed.
Raakuna, before this fight starts, if I don't make it out of here, I need you to find the Bradsick family, Mithril Hall. Tell my mother I'm sorry I didn't clear
Can you
father's
hear
name.
from there?
I may not do that, but okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I
fair
can hear.
enough.
I may not do that.
Fair enough.
Up first is the wolf to the west, who I need some stats for.
Kuda, if I don't make it, find my mother.
If you don't make it, it was your own damn fault.
Raakuna, we're asking a lot of goddamn errands from you.
Well, Loxim's definitely not gonna help you, so I guess I'll have to do it.
Just
Hail Karzov!
You're taken into the slave.
Loxim is now integrated into Karzov's troop.
Go
So-
Karzov!
The three wolves move forward and charge at Gurdis. The one to the west attacks first with a bite attack. This bite attack is at advantage because all wolves have an ability called Pack Tactics.
Pack
Yep.
tactics.
And you're all within 5 feet.
goodbye, Fayanna.
So we will roll to hit. That's a 15 and a 2.
That hits. 15 hits.
So we will do damage. That is 4 points of piercing damage from a bite.
That hits. I mean, of course it hits. That does damage. A 12.
It oddly misses. No. Up next, the wolf claws into Fayanna's right arm, just bites down, pierces into the
Gurdis?
skin. Or Gurdis, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
That
didn't know it was
person.
Me, oh shit.
No, it leaps over Gurdis. No, it bites down into Gurdis's right arm and causes it to bleed a little bit. It doesn't bite enough to, like, go down to bone or lop off a limb, but just bites enough to hurt pretty bad.
Alright.
Up next is Gurdis.
I'm not gonna go down like this. I can't. And I'm going to use my my final rage of the day, and I'm going to use the bite.
Okay.
So my my eyes turn to black, and a snout, much like Stacy's
fuck?
snout, protrudes from my face, and my eyebrows turn purple and curly and long, and I'm going to use that beak, and I'm gonna bite down at the wolf that just had bitten me.
Okay. You see Gurdis take on a guise of what you can imagine to be the head of an owlbear itself, and uses this makeshift beak
Like,
to
what
bite
the
down
fuck?
into the
What
wolf.
the hell?
As I see this, I'm like, what the fuck?
Roll to hit.
12.
Ooh. That misses.
Ah!
No.
So you bite down at the wolf who... You said you were attacking the one that bit you.
Yeah.
You bite down at it. It's able to jerk back a little bit and move it back a couple of feet, but the beak misses.
I just let out an owlbear shriek, and then I get back into a defensive posture in my turn.
Okay. Up next is another wolf. The wolf that's to the east, who will also... is actually going to run close to you. It actually bumps into you as it slams into you and runs past and darts at Fayanna.
I take it he doesn't go far enough for me to get opportunity.
No.
He's still in my melee range. Okay.
Well, how far back did Fayanna say that she was? I didn't know if she was like right behind you or...
behind Gurdis. I didn't specify how far.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't really specify. It's fine. No
We'll
opportunity.
We'll say,
Yeah.
yeah, since you didn't do that. And we'll do a bite attack. Though, since this is past 5 feet, the wolf doesn't have pack tactics at the moment. Well,
Okay, so it's a
let me
roll.
double check. The wolf has made an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature in the ally isn't. Okay, so the other wolves aren't within 5 feet of you anyway, so it doesn't have advantage on the roll.
Alright, cool.
It was a 2.
It was a 2.
It was a 2.
Yes, it missed!
Who is doing the feat?
I don't know.
I'm measuring how far my teammates are from me.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Let me get my protractor out.
Oh shit, I just moved the map. Okay. I kept it
The whole
the same.
world just shifted underneath us. Earthquake.
Alright, so that wolf attempts to bite Fayanna, which she's able to kind of half dodge out of the way. Barely getting bit. Barely almost getting bit.
Ow, barely getting hit.
Yeah.
Barely.
And for that, the final wolf runs towards Stacy and clamps down on her neck. No, no,
No, my God.
no.
Oh god.
It attempts to bite Gurdis, which this one does have pack tactics.
Come on.
I don't even need to see the second one. It's a 19.
That just barely misses. That hits.
Okay. So we will do some damage. That's a 6.
6, so a 3. Now that I'm thankfully raging.
Yes. So you're at 9
I didn't
HP.
rage. I didn't rage for thematic reasons because I wanted to get hit first before I raged.
I mean, that's a justification for raging, I guess. If not,
Exactly.
I mean, this whole fucking ordeal could be a justification for raging, but... Up next is Fayanna.
I'm going to, with my hex, because I never dismissed my hex blade from before, I take a swipe at the wolf that just attacked me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Amazing.
Ooh,
Trash.
that's a
But
that's
with
a
my
hard.
bonus action, I'm going to do Hexblade's Curse on that one that's in front of me.
Okay.
But that doesn't change the outcome.
Now, Raakuna, that was Mithril Hall. Mithril Hall. Hall of Arms. Hall of Arms is where you'll find my mother. She resides in a shabby house.
Hail, cars off!
Rot it down. Hell, cars off.
Karzov, being in a better humor from listening to Valia's loot, turns and just kind of nods, still smiling a little bit at Loxim, and he also raises up his fist and Loxim to hail himself.
Bloody
Hail!
Damn it, Loxim, you kiss ass.
And I'm gonna
Gotta do
kinda
what you gotta do
measure
around here,
myself.
bud.
If there's someone out there that's trying to get my attention, now would be the time. As if speaking to that mysterious patron from before, but you know, that ends my turn.
You are desperate, aren't you?
Yes!
Up
I
next
have no
is up next is the wolf to the left.
I still haven't picked up my armor.
I don't think that order is going to be fulfilled.
You
No,
made
that's
this. You made your choice, Fayanna.
Yep. I know.
Oh my god.
Good thing I have backup characters.
That wolf's going to go ahead and do a bite attack.
Fuck.
It's the wolf closest to Gurdis. It's the one to the west.
Okay.
It's a
hit.
fucking
Still?
18
Oh man.
for the first roll.
Wait, that one hits me.
It's the that one does hit you because it's an 18. I don't even need to roll the second because it has pack advantage.
Okay, it hits.
Yeah. God damn it. That is 5 points of damage.
So 2?
Yeah,
Round
2.
down, hopefully? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You're at 7. No, all the wolves look pretty healthy. No one's been hurt.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I've got to hold on.
Up next is Gurdis Brazic.
Ah, damn it.
I'm gonna
just
try another bardic inspiration on Gurdis.
Wait, am I already inspired? Oh no, he missed.
No, I
it.
failed.
You
He
missed.
last time,
Yeah.
Do you want me to do another stealth check?
Just clap your hands and sing a song. He won't even notice. He's
Where is
not
he at?
playing.
Karazov wouldn't notice. Let's see. Karazov is facing towards Loxim right now. The guards are watching the fight. The berserker in the back. Can't really see you because your back is turned. Halker can see you. I don't think he would say anything.
Let's go, Hulker.
I think Halker wants to get it the hell out of here.
I was
What's
gonna.
the-
I was just gonna.
I'll allow it.
I was gonna go like, "You can do it, Gurdis," and then play a little note.
Okay, go ahead. Karzov
Okay.
is in a better mood anyway. He's been drinking a little bit. He's listening to Valia play, so he's not...
You are inspired, Gurdis.
I'm gonna try and chop down on the wolf that's attacking Fayanna and drag it
And
back.
now, I want you to know that I'm in the College of Valor, so that means you can use my inspiration in different ways. One minute, I gotta
On
make sure.
damage as well.
Yeah, it should be. If you're in Valor, isn't it? You can use it
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
damage.
Well, let me see if I hit
You learn
first.
inspires a creature that has bardic inspiration die from you can roll that die and add the number rolled to weapon damage to the roll
Oh,
it
hell
just
yeah.
made. Alternatively, when an attack roll is made against the creature, it can use the reaction to roll bardic inspiration die and add the number to its AC.
Oh, nice. So if I get hit, I can add it to my AC.
Yes, and you can do these after seeing the roll, but before you know whether it hit or misses. So,
All right. I'm going to first attack. First, I'm gonna bite down on the wolf engaged on Fayanna. I'm gonna go from there.
Okay,
16.
that definitely
Okay.
hits.
All right. And I'm gonna do the bite damage, and every time I hit with my bite, I heal for hit points equal to my con mod, which is 3.
That is true. I forgot about that.
So I'm gonna go to 10. That's why I'm using my trusty mouth. And while biting down on it, is it possible I can try and throw it over my back and maybe put it back in the front of the pack?
I'll
can do
say you
that.
can attempt, but it'll be at disadvantage.
Oh wait, I gotta do damage. Forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, do the damage
Might be.
first, and then we'll do that.
8.
Ooh.
And I'm going to use the bardic inspiration. What is it? 1d6.
Additional damage.
Jory died.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry. Is it a 1d6 your damage,
What is it?
or is it 1d4?
I thought it was a D. I think it's a D6. Let me make sure.
Let's make sure, because
I honestly
it-
think it's a D. I think it's a D4, but I don't know.
It's a
if it gets
D6.
upped.
It's a D6.
I think
Okay.
it's different with this tool. Or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So you bite down onto the back of the neck.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite down the back of neck, and with the bonus action, I was gonna try and fling it up front. But...
You don't even need the bonus action.
Okay.
When you bite down on the back of the neck of the creature, you bite hard enough, you hear a crack, and the wolf goes limp. And with this, you fling upward as the immobile, just lifeless corpse is flung towards the other 2 wolves, who are now intimidated by the spectacle.
with a bonus action, I let out a loud owlbear shriek as their companion was easily slain.
Roll an intimidation check with
All
advantage
right.
for throwing the body.
Nice.
Oh,
22
yeah.
and 20.
Oh my god. So, as such, the wolves start cowering and start whimpering as they slowly back up away from you in fear of what you just did to one of the wolves. And as such, they refuse to fight against you. And since you're in the way, they have to get through you to get to Fayanna. They don't try to proceed to attack Fayanna. In seeing this, Karzov marches his large ass back down there again and comes up. He's still in a good humor, but he seems a little bit more angry. He also seems a little bit more drunk. as he's been drinking and just relaxing. And he actually takes an axe, his great axe, and lops off one of the wolves' head, kicks the body to the side as it lays there dead, and he's laughing, having a good time as blood splatters all over the corpse that's on the ground and all over his leg, and then takes his axe again and smashes down on the other one into the back, severing it, halfway cutting into the wolf, doesn't completely split in half, but it is also dead. Kills both of them, and he's just sitting there laughing as the two are dead.
Karzov, you're right, you know that?
And he's just sitting over there.
I apologize for my disruption. Please leave my friends out of this.
Karzov, wielding the great axe, slowly walks towards Fayanna, though.
Oh my god.
He walks up, he's laughing, walks up to Gurdis and looks down at a beaten and battered Gurdis as she's pit fought against multiple different variation creatures, and slaps her on the back. Not hard enough to hurt her, but just enough to say, like, good job.
Oh my god.
He stares down Fayanna angrily, but doesn't attempt to do anything further.
I give Karzov, like, kind of a cautionary pat on his back as well.
And
Yeah, like,
Karzov just looks at you like, what are you doing? And then just walks off.
Okay, just
Dick.
trying to fit in.
And he
I
goes
go
back
just-
up.
I go up to Stacy and I tend to her wounds.
Okay.
As much as I can, at least. My state.
So we
And I take 2 points of exhaustion.
Oh.
So, I'm very fucking tired right now because I raged twice.
Yeah. So get that turn order out of the way. The
Fairness
dust settles as Karzov returns to his post. He pulls up his arms again and cheers. And this time, the guards, actually, even though they don't know your name, they're cheering, "Hail the fight!" They're just cheering for the fact that there was a good fight that happened down into the pits. They're always ready to be entertained, and they haven't seen a spectacle kind of like this for what seems to be a very long time. They're usually fighting creatures against creatures, not actual people against people or creatures. As you take note, the dust also settles within the pit as you see a bunch of various parts of Timberwolves laying distraught about the pit. Stacy is battered and beaten to the northeastern side. The ogre's corpse, headless corpse, is laying over as well. And Halker is slowly walking, well, actually, he's hurriedly running down here to you guys. And Halker says, You did it!
Yeah, it was... I kind of didn't know what overcame me, to be honest with you. I just knew that I had to protect Stacy.
Is your face gonna stay like that?
Oh no, whenever I lose combat, I lose my rage, so...
Okay.
So it kind of just fell after combat was dropped. I don't
Halker
know.
rapidly shakes your head. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for believing me, even though I don't think you did, but...
Oh,
in
I
hindsight-
didn't believe in you, but you were my hope.
Now, what was your name again?
The name's
I bet.
Halker.
Halker. Sorry, I'm bad with names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that impression.
Alright, well, it seems that I've won back the ownership of not only my owlbear, but... Well, I wouldn't say you. You're free to go as you wish.
Oh God, you're gonna enslave me.
No, I said no, not you. I don't have ownership of you. You're free.
Oh, thank God.
That is all I wish of you.
Probably, he whispers this. It probably wouldn't be worse than being enslaved by Karzov, but
It would be it would be interesting. We do find ourselves in many adventures, but it's completely up to you whether or not you want to tag along.
well,
Momentary way for us to make some money.
as you're talking, he looks up and you see that female guard slowly coming down. Where's she at?
I tell the guard, we took a little bit of a detour, sorry.
Yeah, I noticed that. I hope you've learned your lesson.
And
I don't think Loxim did.
a mother never abandons her child.
So if you don't mind, can we proceed to go where we were going to go?
Can Stacy come?
I guess, that's
To
up
the
to
halls fit her?
Karzov.
I mean,
Karzov raises, sloppily, the cup's kind of spilling, he raises up a glass and goes, "Ah!" And
oh.
Halker...
As long as he knows to take good care of her, I don't mind leaving Stacy here for now. But last time, I came upon Stacy being fought with a bunch of wolves. I'm not sure if I trust him.
Halker looks over and goes, he says you can take her. I wouldn't recommend leaving her.
Okay,
He's
that's
drunk.
fine.
You never know what will happen when he's drunk.
Alright,
He always wants to kill
Stacy,
something.
To my side, Stacy.
He's gonna fucking plow that bitch. That's what he's gonna do.
Volley is wet. No, never mind.
Don't even go there.
Now you gotta
Wop.
censor your own video.
That's
Nope.
true.
Wop.
No, I don't. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Halker,
Alright, let's make our way out of this.
Halker says before you start following the guard, after you've concluded your business, I'll stick around a little bit to get some. I don't have a lot here, but I'll gather up my things and then we can talk more after you're done.
We'll meet you wherever. Back here, I suppose?
I'll be near Karzov, but not next to him. I'm not getting near him.
Glad. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be near him either.
He moves over and he's upstairs by a brazier, just standing there hanging out.
Alright, let's go.
I'm here too.
He jumps
Oh,
into the pit,
hey.
and you take let's see, 10d8 bludgeoning damage for jumping into the fight pit.
Thanks for the inspiration, Raakuna. I couldn't have done without you.
Yeah, I know.
Very humble.
Okay,
I just-
Loxim, what are you doing?
Well, boys, hate to cut and run, but you know, fight's over. Time to go. Bye bye.
I slowly pass by Napper, and I kind of look and see if what's his name, Karvak?
Karzov.
Dude, you were.
Halker's like, I fucking knew it!
There's too many names. I'm sorry.
I fucking knew it!
I slowly pass by Napper, and I rest my hand upon his snout, and then I walk away.
And the wolf just kind of shakes its fur. It doesn't look angry or anything. It just looks up at you
And eats your hand.
and eats your face
And I walk away from him.
and pees on your corpse.
Like he's a fucking cone of gold on me.
It's an
Now
Arctic
that-
wolf.
Yeah.
Quite the interesting beast, that one. I'd say.
God, more sewage.
How do you know? We haven't gotten there yet.
You're in the
Oh,
sewer.
there.
Those guys are gonna die.
That's what he said.
As she leads you further upward, you go through I mean, this whole place is made of fucking concrete, but you go through a concrete corridor, and it opens into a room. Give me a second. Okay. You walk through stone corridors, revealing an open room with 2 sets of stairs, one leading south, one leading north. As you walk forward, you see several men and women wearing leather armor and familiar rags, and a tall elven figure wearing fine, dark blue robes. In his hands is an old and gnarled wood staff, and a satchel is attached to his hip. You catch a glimpse within the bag and see bottles filled with a silvery thick liquid. Further on up the stairs, you see a man with long brown hair and stubble looking down at you from atop the stairs. His demeanor shows that of someone with focus, charisma, and true leadership. He motions you with a half smile forward.
Now, who's the elvish dude in front of the stairs?
That's the mage in the blue robes. Okay, the guard walks off to the side and motions for you to stand in front of the guy, the long-haired guy at the top. Gurdis.
Sorry, I'm trying to find music.
Okay. So within this room, you see from what you can see, you see the mage in the blue robes, wielding a staff in the satchel, with bottles of silvery liquid. You see random guards posted along the room. At the back of the room, I think a couple of you can see that there's two, as the stairs kind of incline up a few steps, there's this little bitty, like, it's not a sealed room, it's just kind of an open, flat, a raised space, and you see a guard captain and another warrior wielding a greatsword sitting at a table, and they're just sitting there talking.
Can I go sprint back to the other room and get my my great axe and all my bearings, or can we?
That you left on the floor?
Yeah, I kind of left all that shit there, wanting to impress the cars off.
I mean, you could probably ask, I guess.
I'm gonna just, like, before they do their introduction, I'm gonna sneak back there and grab it.
You're gonna roll a sneak check?
I guess.
Because you have to go past Karzov and everybody to get it, because it was actually dropped over here.
Yeah, by the arena.
Yeah, by the stairs that leads down into the arena.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do that. If I don't do it stealthily, if they just immediately catch me, I just say, hey, hold on, I forgot something. Maybe they'll let me go, I don't know.
Karzov, for the first time in his life, says, "You must die!" I'll just say, they're talking and drinking enough to where...
Natural one.
Ooh.
Oh! No.
As
I'm leaving the room, what happens?
Yeah, you make a loud noise and everyone turns and you immediately dart back into the room.
Sorry, I left a lot of things back in that last. I'll just stay here.
Oh, you left, huh? As she unsheaths her short sword. No.
No, not quite.
Okay.
I'm very tired.
The man with the brown hair, you see he's adorned in a heavier set of armor, gauntlets, boots, the whole ordeal. He carries a sword in one hand, and a shield, a beautiful silver shield, is mounted on the other arm. And he walks down to you. He puts the shield on his back and puts his sword in the sheath and looks at you guys and says, "Ah, welcome, our newest friends. I hope my guards have not been treating you too unkindly."
To be honest, I think I've done a bigger number on one of our friends than any of your guards have, so I just kind of look towards Loxim.
You do appear to be battered and worn. A lot more than when we put you in the holding cell.
And I also ran into a couple of Karzovs on the way here. He was holding my owlbear captive, and I had to free her by any means necessary.
Yes, Karzov loves to pit creatures against each other.
You might want to put a shorter leash on that one. He seems a little rambunctious, but...
Hey, shut the hell up. Karzov's cool.
I kind of like him, but it just seems so unruly.
Well, you know, here and there we have to be able to entertain ourselves somehow, and Karzov doesn't ask for much, so I let him do with what he has. Why can't you just have a sex
show with Karzov?
I'm sorry.
He doesn't even answer. He's just completely quiet after that.
I'm sorry. The female guard smacks Loxim in the back of the head.
Hey. We need to do this?
The mage in the front looks down and puts his finger up to his mouth and goes, "Silence."
The hell are you, a snake? Yes, at me.
Arlon pats this mage on the back and starts laughing. It's all in good fun. It's all fine. It's fine. I do have to ask, though, what are you doing in the sewer?
Your head! I mean,
Karzov!
Arlen, so, the whole gist of why we came down here, right? Well, truthfully, we did hear about your exploits.
Seen my wanted posters.
More or less.
Bounty.
No, not a bounty.
Oh,
don't bring that up.
it's fine. I know about the bounty. Is that what you're here for?
Something we've heard of.
Truthfully,
Just them. I'm not here. I'm not here for that. Just them.
truthfully, we heard from many of the merchant owners and whatnot, stating that there's civil unrest among these lands, and you feuding with the town's militia and whatnot. The whole
You mean Dogolt's puppets?
Exactly. We were here to see if we could broker any sort of peace.
So you're not here to claim the bounty?
Well, the bounty is if you do plan to terrorize civilians and you know, go extort people for money and all around be a bad person. But I don't think you're a bad person, according to the testimonies of many of the people here in these lands.
It's laughable to
you're just misunderstood.
It's laughable to think that they're saying that I'm the one extorting the people, when it's in fact Dogolt's taxes that are extorting the people. That's a new one.
Go on.
Didn't know he was a libertarian.
Go on, Joe Biden.
Who is this Joe Biden?
I mean,
Oh, he's just a kid sniffer. Don't worry about him.
Oh, okay, that's good. Moving on.
clean it up for the VOD, guys. Clean it up for the VOD. So, Odovic, I mean, he said that you're forcing him to make weapons to arm your militias and whatnot. What's all that all about?
Odovic and I trade coin for weaponry. I need my men armed, because as you can see, Dagolt's militia are looking for me and Karzov and probably anyone affiliated with us.
I don't mean to speak ill of Odovic's, you know, what he thinks of you guys, but he did seem like he was being pressured.
Well, sometimes. For the greater
It's
good.
necessary.
Force is necessary. We've never hurt Odovic, but we
I
had
do hear a lot
to
of this.
intimidate a little bit.
In dwarven politics, I've heard a lot of greater goods, but I must ask, do the ends justify the means always?
If the
No
result
different.
is Dagolt dethroned and the city given back to the people in hopes of finding the true heir of Neverwinter, then yes.
Why the fuck are we here? This guy's doing nothing wrong.
Well, I'm sure they're making it seem like I am out there. I've been amongst the people before.
Our
What's
good
your
friend
background?
Loxim here our good friend here, Loxim, was attacked by one of the city guards on the very streets that they're deemed to protect.
It doesn't surprise me. They're a little hostile when enforcing rules.
But what are you
What's your
saying, Loxim?
what's your background?
My background?
Yes.
It's kind of a long story, but I have a militant background.
You said you used to be amongst the people. Did you used to be part of this militia?
Well, figuratively, I've been around the people, disguised to kind of blend in to see what all's going on, to take check of Dagolt and his men, to kind of size up everyone.
Loxim, what he was saying was he wasn't born and raised in a sewer.
There you go.
Oh, you mean like you big buck?
There was
No.
a time when... Hang on one sec. Got a stupid little pop-up thing.
Oof.
That's a big oof.
Oof.
Ooh.
That's the longest fucking pop up.
There we go. Yeah,
There's like 12 of them.
it's fucking right there. There was a time when the Nasher gang was merged with another gang that's now split in the town of Neverwinter, and we used to actually be the militia for Neverwinter itself before Dagolt took over. Granted, I give Dagolt credit. In a time of need when Neverwinter was being destroyed by a volcanic eruption, he did produce funds, granted, taxing his people to death, but used this money to help build up the city, which is why they deem him as the Lord Protector, which he air quotes when he says this. But ultimately, the taxation has not stopped, and the walls are almost complete, and I don't see the taxation stopping anytime soon. And as you can see by the Black District, I don't know what you've heard, but the poor state that it's in was not caused by the mountain, but in fact the taxation on its people.
Do you have any way of trying to get in to see Daggolt?
Let's just say if I physically was in to see Daggolt, either my head would be on the table, or presumably his.
So why don't we go for liberation then?
I mean, that's what our group is trying to do. We're liberating the people from heavy taxation against a ruler who has no real claim to our throne, who hails from Waterdeep.
Have you ever tried to broker peace?
Let's just say Daggolt doesn't want peace. He wants political power.
We can try and broker this peace for you, so there's no need for it to end in bloodshed.
But I want Karzov to come with us.
Karzov is my second. I need him here. Granted, he's a little thick in the head, but he's strong in the heart and his arms, clearly.
Okay, what about this little scrawny ass snake mage?
Phaedric is needed for other means.
I mean, is there anybody we can have?
As you look closer at Phaedric, because you've seen the body that was in the sewers, you actually take note that Phaedric himself is a dark elf.
Now wait a damn minute! Weren't you dead in there? That's your sister?
No.
That was a drow, I think. That was
or
killed
drow.
by a
Sorry,
rat.
he's a drow, not dark elf.
Oh.
Same difference.
You know anything about that?
What, Loxim?
Dead body. You know what, little snake bitch?
What the fuck?
I have no idea what you mean.
You're about half fucking useless like Raakuna.
What? Well, despite what Loxim's saying, I think this guy's talking a lot of sense. We gotta free the people from this oppression.
Yeah.
This isn't righteous at all.
You know what's not righteous is you trying to throw me.
I do have to say, Arlen, there seems to be a lot of cracks in your philosophy and whatnot, but there is no system that is perfect. That's truly what I've known, and I've experienced in shitty dwarven politics.
I highly agree with that there. No system is impervious to corruption, but that's why I wish to give the city back to its people. Whether that will lead to its ruin or its salvation is up to the people.
At least you guys decided. I can respect that.
Why not hold an election?
You think Daggolt would sit for an election?
If he's brought to his knees, he could. He'd be forced to.
Brought to his knees by who? He has a militia that covers the entire span of the city.
The big guy.
If that was so easy, I would have just sent Karzov in to cut his head off right then and there.
Well, see, why the hell can we not just have Karzov then?
He needs to be here with me. I have plans in order that he
We have
might
a third- do you have a
Steal his
third?
vice commander.
Some simple solutions will not solve complex
You know what,
problems.
Gurdis? Shut the hell up. You jumped in there after a fucking bear that should have died. Shut up. I got this.
Stacy
Shut up.
looks a little angry at the small, deep gnome.
I'm flawed myself. I never claimed to be perfect, but these guys seem.
Didn't I tell
able
you
to-
shut up?
Loxim? You don't want to get on my bad side.
The blonde guard
Gurdis?
just smacks him in the back of the head again.
This bitch is gonna get fucked if she hits me one more time.
She starts giggling.
Alright.
Giggle, giggle. Alright, Arlen. What do you propose? We're right here in front of you. Some worthy, some might deem us, adventurers.
I propose your death. No,
Whoa.
just kidding. Ultimately, I guess I have to ask, and I don't mean this in a threatening manner. Are you with us, or are you against us?
I'm with you.
You collectively as a party, I'm assuming from the looks of it and from the banter, you guys have been traveling
What?
together a while.
A week.
A week? Wow, you guys have really progressed for a
I
week.
know. Yeah, but usually our sessions take 2 weeks, so we've been knowing each other for a while. But anyway.
Sessions, okay. Well, alright, moving on.
I have to go, like, right now.
Really?
And I'm not bull. I have to go right now.
Damn
Alright,
it.
you'll lock them.
That's...
Okay.
You're not until 6? Oh my god, he actually left.
Hey, something must have came up.
Yep.
Well, shit.
Okay.
That's okay. That's fine.
Fine.
We're already in it. We'll say
Loxim
Loxim agrees with the majority.
Yeah, Loxim just gonna sit there and idly agree with us.
he doesn't say anything. The guard smacks him on the back of the head, and he's busy arguing with her and is not paying attention. So
I hope it ends with a. Go ahead.
I again ask the question: are you with the Nashers, with bringing the city back to the people, or are you against us?
Well, what's in it for us? Not to say that we're not willing, but
I mean, liberating a city seems a reward as any, am I correct?
I suppose.
We came down here not expecting a reward, Fayanna. The reward being that the people freed from a tyrannical rule.
I feel like you guys were down here to collect my head, but... and he just chuckles to
Well.
himself.
Came here to hear from two different.
Gold.
I came here to find out both sides of the story. There's always two sides to every story.
We also wanted to find out if you were legitimately for the people or just an all-around asshole, so to speak.
Do I... and how do I appear, young white-haired girl?
So far, I'm still unsure.
It's actually
But
pretty hot.
I don't swing that way.
Oh.
I tend to go after eldritch horrors.
You hear in the corridors, that's pretty fucking hot!
Dude!
To each their own, I guess, but
I'll give you guys... if you wish to converse on this, that's fine. But I will say, the tunnels will be blocked until I have an answer.
well, if we're against you, you'll just kill us, right?
No. I will not do
That's-
that.
It's very nice of you.
I will allow you to leave.
Quite the gentleman we have in front of us.
I mean, he could still kill us and say that he won't.
To be honest, what if we don't care? What if we just want to leave? I mean, that's not personally what I believe, but I can't speak for my compatriots that liberating a city is a lot of work, and we're just trying to make it on our own.
Brand new adventurers. We've only been at this for a week.
There's
That's
nothing special
understandable
about
too.
us.
If you wish to leave and stay out of the politics of Neverwinter, that is your choice. I believe in each citizen having a choice. It's what I'm all about.
Well, that would certainly help your case.
I mean, I'm with you, for whatever that's worth. But I don't know if I'm ready to make a stand, change anything for that. I still have to make it into the Order of the Gauntlet.
The Order of the Gauntlet. It was a lot stronger way back when than it is now. In its current state, it's a former shadow of itself. But luckily, there's still a few good men within the Order of the Gauntlet. And women, he notes.
I did lose someone quite close to me that was a prominent member of the Order. I think the missing of a Gordon Stout has definitely rung true here in Neverwinter.
And what's your relationship with this Gordon Stout?
He was my mentor. Taught me a lot about fighting. Lived here in Neverwinter for a year. He was at my side.
Well, I don't have any information pertaining to this in particular individual. We've been inhabiting in this area for quite a while now. And like I said, I rarely come out.
Sadly, he passed away, it seems, not but a week ago.
My condolences.
But we're off topic. I'm with you, all for what it's worth, but as for your cause, I'm afraid there's very little we can do.
So you wish to leave without being for or against us?
I'll be for you, but I don't know how much I can help.
And let's say this
what's
big
the
fella
game plan
here
here?
hadn't said anything. What about you, Goliath?
Well, what's really the game plan here? What do you plan to do?
I think I should probably... Let's just be vague and say that I wish to liberate the city, like I've said before. As for my actual plans, that would be for someone that would be wholeheartedly with the Nashers.
Well, everyone, what do you think?
I don't know. I am undecided, but at this point, I don't think that we're the right people for the job at this current time.
Liberation is a scary word. A lot of good and bad men use it to justify their actions.
We're always looking for people to, I'll say, spy and survey for information about Dagalt and his militia. Maybe you don't want a direct hand in violence, but maybe you can help relay information.
We can do this. We can try that. Seems well enough, we'll be learning information ourselves, and that will better help our judgments in the future.
If it seems like it's all for the greater good, then there could be harm in it.
No, and he gets a little bit more of a serious demeanor for this next part. Should you side with the Nashers, even with this just helping us relay information, you will learn a little bit more about our group and what we intend to do, and with this information, I will need an oath that you will not betray the Nashers and not betray Neverwinter's people, and go and help Dagalt, or relay information about our group to Dagalt. And with this, I don't intend to threaten wholeheartedly, but I must say, if you do, we will know.
Won't have it any other way.
As long as you say what you mean, and that you're for the greater good of the people, I see a problem with it.
Okay. Again, I've heard from 3 of you, but Goliath, what do you say?
I agree. This liberation of the oppressed people is what we need. The city needs to be back in the hands of the people that actually live in it.
Okay. He takes a really, a decorated dagger that he has, and asks for you to step forward.
Oh god, he's gonna sacrificially kill us.
All of us?
Yes. Yeah, all of you. You see Randolph, hey everyone!
Ah!
No.
Ray!
So Arlon steps forward. He gives the dagger to Phaedric. And Phaedric, you see blue hues of magical essence envelop on the blade. And Phaedric begrudgingly kind of looks at you guys and just motions for you to step forward. He looks nonplussed. As you do, Raakuna steps forward.
Mhm.
And he takes the blade. He doesn't actually cut your hand. He puts the blunt end of one side and pushes it against your hand, and you feel a slight twinge of pain, and it subsides very quickly. And you see this almost like an elven mark bared on your palm.
Well,
It kind of looks like what you would, if you guys know what this is. Do you know what a Triskelion is?
Can't
no.
say I do.
Okay, give me one sec, I'll pull it up. I've used this symbol before in another campaign.
What was that?
I have no idea. Okay, so if you look in picture uploads in our D&D server, that's what this looks like.
Ah. Okay.
And with each of you, Phaedric beckons you forward, and he puts the blade on your hand, marking each of you with this particular mark. It's all on your left palm, by the way. Everybody's left palm.
Okay.
Ooh.
I also make a point to be the last in line.
Okay, Fayanna steps to the back of the group and gets marked last. Locks him without saying anything. He looks a little angry, just walks up and holds his hand out. And Phaedric kind of pushes the blade down a little bit too hard and moves the... Loxim jerks a little bit and he moves the blade. So his mark is still there, but it's kind of like warped a little bit because he moved on his left hand. Yeah, it's like smear marked a little bit. And he looks up at him and curses at him and then walks away.
So now, this mark, is it like, does it look like a brand, or is it like in blood, or?
Now we're kill on sight from all the guards.
Yeah.
Everyone do.
It's...
I just want to know what kind of mark.
Arlen's not saying, it's me as the DM saying this. It's more like, think of like it's a magical tattoo.
Okay.
So it's not like, it doesn't destroy your skin or anything, it's just like a mark on your skin.
So like a stamp for like a nightclub.
Sure, yeah, you got stamped by a bouncer.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Arlen with this holds his hands up and says, "Everyone, welcome our new brothers and sisters of the Nashers." And everyone hails... What?
Can you mark Stacy?
You wish for me to mark your beast?
No, that was a joke. Go ahead. Go get used to it.
Everyone starts cheering and raises a glass. The two at the back of the room that were sitting and talking raise drinks and say, "Hail!" as they honor you guys as new members of the Nashers.
Okay, cool. We joined the gang.
Can I collapse on one of your beds? I mean, not your bed or anything like that. I'm not presuming anything, but I need a bed.
You wish to join my bed?
How
How about Phaedric's bed? Yes. How about my bed?
How about both of your beds?
That would be most agreeable.
Oh no.
Not until
He's
you
gonna
get
fuck you!
You're gonna have to get my relationship status up higher, Phaedric. I'm sorry. And Arlen.
Arlen moves back up the stairs and motions you guys. "As you are marked and as you are now brothers and sisters of the Nashers, I welcome you. You can freely walk among our halls and come and go as you please. And yes, we have plenty of beds. To the left of this room, actually, is... Yeah, it's to the left and right. There are miscellaneous beds for people. Commoners are bandits or commoners who wish to join us in the cause come to rest. So if you do need a place to sleep, there you go."
Gurdis falls asleep.
What the hell?
Or Gurdis, I like it.
Can we get our equipment back? Since we are a part of your organization?
No, it's mine.
What?
No, it's yours. I'll try to move you into the bed. Here, I'll give you... That's this emblem of sleep that I've been using for everybody. So Gurdis is currently asleep. Arlen addresses, "Of course, we'll give you back your gear. Just be wise with it, please." And as such, God damn it.
AC goes back to 15, thank God. Being at 10 was very worrisome.
You see a guy that you've seen several times come walking down the hall. "I've got all the gear right here, Arlen. It's right here."
Oh, god damn it.
And he dumps it in miscellaneous piles on the floor. I don't know whose is whose, but it's all there.
Get my axe, Raakuna.
Oh wow, he be talking in his sleep. That's cool. And they just...
Gee.
Oh, well, it's hard to... You look rather manly, if I'm being honest, but I'm gonna go back to my post.
I fought with no armor on, all of my lady parts showing, and that's how you treat me?
Naked?
Well, you look a little mannish in the face.
This guy's fucking shitting all over you.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a long time. I'll see you. And he leaves.
Oh my god.
How do I
He just teleported.
He just runs out of the room. So all of you have your gear.
With that, it's sleep time.
Raakuna walks over to a bed close to Gurdis and falls asleep. You asshole! I was gonna move you to the bed up top and you moved it to the bottom one. Fayanna, I'll say Loxim also goes and sits down begrudgingly and falls asleep.
Give him the small one at the bottom.
I'm not gonna go to sleep right away.
Okay.
I'm going to, now that I have my Book of Shadows back in my possession, I'm going to ritually cast Find Familiar.
Okay, you
Been
do
waiting to
this.
do that all session.
Phaedric looks your way and goes, "Ah, a magic caster."
Indeed. Blessed by a certain sort of thing.
I wouldn't say blessed.
Do you know anything?
And that is where we'll end the session.
Oh my god.
Oh!